Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, welcome back to the PMCO 2021 South Asia Wildcard Regions, brought to you by Oppo. My name is Varun Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Ocean Sharma, and today is day number 2 of our group stages.
Exactly. New groups are going to be coming out today, just for their performance as well, and to set up a benchmark that obviously yesterday's groups actually did, because those were some amazing matches. Talk about Markpen, still one of my favorite names out there.
Yeah, Markpen, I mean, they put up an amazing performance, but Team Seal, they somehow have managed to keep themselves on the first position. So the targets have been set for the lads that will be playing today to beat. And we are going to see, are they going to be able to beat them, or are they going to lag behind just a little bit? But talking about where this stage leads to, what is going to be the next stage after this PMCO, ladies and gentlemen, it is the road to PMPL that we are on, the PMPL Season 3. PMPL South Asia Season 3 to be a little more precise. And as you can see, we have the invited teams. We have Team Zeus that have been invited based on their performance in the PMGC Season 0. And then there are teams that will qualify from 4 different regions. 3 from Pakistan, 3 from Bangladesh, 3 from Nepal, and 2 from Wildcard South Asia. So as we say, only 2 slots are available. Only 2 teams will move forward from here, from Wildcard South Asia to PMPL South Asia Season 3.
I mean, this is an important journey for all these teams. We saw Group A and B. We are going to be seeing Group C and D today.
Yes.
And combining those 2 groups, 2 slots only. That's how close it is. And if you move further, you get to play against the likes of Zeus Esports, top 3 in PMGC.
Exactly, and it was quite surprising. I mean, we all love that team, but we're going to see them only in PMPL, ladies and gentlemen, because, well, we have a lot of matches that we need to see before we reach there. And along with the slots for PMPL, there is a lot of money on the line as well. A little bit more precise, the prize pool is a grand total of $29,200. The first position taking home $3,900. The second position will get $2,300, and these 2 places will qualify for PMPL Season 3. Apart from that, the teams from the 33rd to the 32nd position, all of them will receive some prize money, but they won't be moving forward.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I always say. You win some, you lose some, but if you're on 3rd to 32nd, you lose on a big thing. Obviously, you win money, but you lose on the bragging rights of moving forward. You lose on the fact that obviously the teams, you'll be happy for the fact that there are some other teams that will be representing your region. But, if it's you representing the region, it's obviously a better thing.
And how do you move forward? How do you earn the prize money? How do you qualify for PMPL? Well, you have to be consistent, and you have to earn a lot of points in every single game that you play consistently. So the point system is in front of us. The first position gets 15 points. I mean, 15 points for the chicken dinner. The second, you get 12 points. On the third, you get 10 points, and the points keep on dropping. 1 point for every single kill that you get in a game. That remains the same. I mean, this is by far, I mean, the most interesting point system that we have had in a long time, and ever since we've been seeing this from the World League, it's been super exciting to watch the teams cope up with the level of aggression that has been brought into the game. And as we were talking about other things, I mean, as you were saying, you miss out on the opportunity of moving forward. You miss out on the opportunity to be the next Zeus. You miss out on the opportunity to qualify for the next global tournament that happens and try and compete to become the champions over there. But talking about opportunities, ladies and gentlemen, today the opportunity is going to be given to the teams from Group C and D to compete in the matches that we have lined up. And talking about the teams, here they are.
Yeah, Team Bear. We have seen this team before. Obviously, we know what Marvel, Arimun, and all the players are and are capable of doing. WMG as well. Let's talk about these teams. These teams will be facing against E2S, Esports Nation, SDMG. So, big names from that region are going to be going against the new names.
Exactly. Talking about big names, No Chances back, ladies and gentlemen, a fan favorite from the previous PMCOs. They are going to be competing today along with the other lads, and then moving forward, the last 4 names are in front of us, the last 4 teams that are going to be in Group D. So quite an interesting set of teams, some returning names just like yesterday, and a lot of new ones as well. And more than the returning ones, yesterday we were surprised by the new teams and how they played, because, well, we did not expect the level of aggression they were bringing.
That's true. I mean, the new teams are trying to understand what you are doing, and they are doing it, really well. So I would love to say this. See, PMCO, PMPL, and obviously a new grand stage will be just awaiting all these players and everything. So now it's time for the new teams to just shine. All the old guards, those guards are there, but the new teams, they have to set a benchmark that, you can't call us underdogs anymore. Even if we are new, we know the business.
Exactly. They do know the business and they know what they're fighting for, but the fight is going to take place on these different battlegrounds, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at the schedule. With that, it is in front of us, starting things off on Erangel. Moving forward, match number 2 is going to be Sanhok, next followed by Miramar, and the end is always going to be in a circle on Erangel.
Exactly. We start off, we end off on that area only. Sanhok and Miramar are two good areas as well. Sanhok, a smaller map. We talk about the fast pace and action that actually happens on those areas and all. But well, if we're talking about Erangels, first and fourth Erangel always have a different mindset. When the players play, they have different mindset for those maps, because on the first map you need to understand what's happening and what's not happening. On the fourth map you kind of know the business.
Yeah, exactly. You know how things are going to go down. You know where the teams are going to land. The only thing that is going to be a surprise is going to be the trajectory of the plane and the circle. Apart from that, most of the teams, they might just go for their standard drop locations. We saw that yesterday as well. It was the circle that changed things around, but the performance from the teams almost remained exactly the same. But what is going to happen today, only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. But I would like to know from our audience, Ocean. We would like to know from our audience, both of us, who do you think is going to be the victors of today? I mean, overall, on all the 4 matches, which team do you think is going to be the most consistent?
I mean, you guys saw the names as well. You might as well just tell it, because as far as I know, and as far as we all know and have seen, no chance. The name was in WL.
Yes.
And Zeus has been in GC. Obviously, Zeus is not here, but still, it's like now this region is just outshining. This is the golden era of the wildcard, South Asia Wildcard as a whole. This is a golden era for this one region.
Exactly, and it's a wonderful opportunity for the new teams to actually experience what it's like to play against these teams. A team that has represented the region, the wildcard region, before in the World League Season 0. And they put up an amazing performance. They tried their level best, but quite unfortunately it was their first time over there. So they lacked a little bit of experience in comparison to the rest of the lads, the rest of the squads that are present in the World League. But the second time a team from the wildcard region actually made it on a global stage, they finished 3rd. So one time was enough, but this is going to be another opportunity. And as I said, you could be the next one. You could be the one. You could very well be the one moving forward and lifting up the trophy of PMPL South Asia Season 3, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, I mean, the teams that will be playing, I mean, we did talk about a few different names, including Watch My GP, WMG, as they are called right now, No Chance, and also Team Bear. But Ocean, one thing that we noticed was like there are these few changes that have happened to the rosters as well. So the performance, even though the name, the banner that they're playing under remains the same, the performance and the level of play is going to be totally different.
Exactly. Let's talk about the other teams as well. As we have KOF 97, Team Max Legends, IESSL, Noob Alliance. I mean, these names are just out here and they want to showcase. It's their chance. It's like the destiny is about to be written for these teams. As soon as we'll be seeing the first flight path, as soon as we'll be seeing them in the lobby just taking up their first AKs for PMCO, the first M4s or something like that, and then they'll be moving on to their zones and all. So with every moment, in less than in around 30 minutes or so, we'll find out the first team that will emerge victorious and will start the journey for themselves.
Exactly, the start of the journey. And you need to make sure that you reset from your bad performances in the early stages of the journey itself. Because if you remember, if you guys were watching yesterday's games as well, Team Destiny, they were not having a wonderful day. They were not comfortable in what the matches were bringing to them. Quite a lot of early exits to them. Even in the last game, they tried the level best to survive, but they were picked off by Team Seal, if I remember correctly. And sitting on the bottom of the standing right now, but if they can reset and come in tomorrow a little bit stronger, a little bit better, they will get those points and they will move forward in the standings. And that is what it is all about. Because let me remind you guys about the format once again. So we have 6 days of group stages, and then we move forward to the 5 days of the finals. 32 teams over here, 16 move forward to the finals.
I mean, you're saying it's never too late. Like there's this example, a fresh example of a team knockout in PMCO Pakistan.
Yeah.
So what they did is first game 16th position, no kills. Second game 16th position, no kills, 0-0 placement points. Third game 2nd position, 3 kills. And fourth game, a chicken dinner. 2 games, they get 41 points. Imagine if they had first 2 games as well, that would have been good. So if you're talking about the teams out here in this one region, so even if it's any team Destiny or some team that's on 15, 16 or something like that, they still have a chance. If a team can go from nothing to 41 in just 2 games, you can as well.
Exactly, and I mean, you're talking about PMCO Pakistan. Let's go back a little bit even further and talk about PMCO Wildcard. The last time we were casting it, Team Zeus, if you remember, 3 back-to-back chicken dinners.
Chicken dinner. Yeah, just as you said, I knew you were talking about Team Zeus. Straight away the 3. Exactly.
That's how they made it.
That's how they made it.
And that was an incredible moment. I mean, because the team was really far behind. And then out of nowhere, last day, they get 3 chicken dinners. They put themselves in the lead so far ahead the rest of the competition that, I mean, before we went into the last game, we knew the team that was moving forward. And it was an amazing, amazing performance from the lads. Also, I mean, the other teams that were there back then, teams like No Chance, there used to be a team called From Heaven. I believe even they are playing on a new banner right now.
Yeah.
And those lads, I mean, they put up an amazing performance as well. So it is going to be quite interesting what this mixture in this wildcard South Asia, because we have an amazing mixture. We have teams that have 1 or 2 veterans in them, and then 2 completely new faces.
I mean, this is one thing. So just like as we were talking about the players and all, I want to see what Heineken does from No Chance, because last time, if you remember, Godless and Heineken, we used to say Godless is a brilliant player. He is, for sure. But Heineken's, there were some matches when Heineken used to have like better strategies at those particular moments. Like both were in the same team, obviously, but I don't know, was it the synergy or what it was of the players? But Heineken used to have really good strategies when it used to come down to rushes and maybe holding their own areas. Obviously, there were some matches in Weekendy as well. We don't have Weekendy now. That's one of the things as well. But now I want to see what Heineken does with this team, and obviously what synergy do they bring up to the table, and also Team Bear. I still remember the first ever PMCO wildcard, Bear Marvel, M249, proper rushes. Those were the days. Those were the like good days.
Yeah, they were the good days. But now I have a challenge for you, Ocean, and for our audience. So the match is about to start in a few seconds. But before we actually go into the match, I want to ask you guys and you, where's the final circle going to be? Predict. Go ahead with your predictions, Ocean. I mean, you guys can spam in the chat, but what about you?
No.
Yes.
I'm not saying.
No, we are not going to take Ocean's prediction if he says it after he sees the circle.
No, because see, you can predict the zone after you see the first circle.
I know, right now it's just going to be a blind guess.
Like you cannot do it like, alright, suppose if I say Zarkian, that'll never happen, right?
It's proved, like Ocean Sharma has his own limitations.
See, everyone does, but it's like, you cannot predict, like, imagine someone says Zarkian.
That's just going to be blind luck. But you can't get the chicken dinner with blind luck, ladies and gentlemen. You have to work hard for it. And with that, the match is live. The trajectory is in front of us, as you can see. And the trajectory of the plane, it starts from the Sosnovka military base and goes all the way towards the northern part of Lipovka.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And you can see Milta Power, Milta, like those areas are just onto the flight paths area. Novoripnoi as well will be in the bounds. Pochinki, players want to go? They can go just out there. Well, we can see a few teams just dropping down already out here, as we can see a few players just, trying to do everything in their best of the best composures. That's one of the most important things, as we can see. But the most important thing is, suppose if a team wants to go to Georgipol or something, you'll have to take up a vehicle from Gatka or the backlines of Gatka, and then you have to move forward. That's one of the most important things to just look out for in this one. So we'll have to see how the situations and things happen. So, yeah.
You definitely will see how things will happen, but this time it is a little bit different than how things happened yesterday, as Ocean already absolutely no one is heading to the military base, which I find quite interesting. I mean, maybe we'll see some team go over there later on in the game. I mean, you do notice that is absolutely no one dropping on the island, which is a really high priority location in terms of looting.
Yesterday we saw no one going to Yasnaya and all those areas. Today no one's going to military base.
And the circle
is military base. All right, so this is again. The similar zone as of yesterday. This is what it is. This is what it is.
All right, so you're predicting the northern mountains again.
I'm predicting somewhere above the cave issue. Not exactly the mountains, but somewhere around the other side.
So a little bit east of where it was yesterday.
Yeah, behind Novoripnoi radio tower. This is the Novoripnoi radio tower. Behind this, that's where the circle might just go. So that's one of the things. So in this one, Team Bear might have a good outing. Imagine, you take up your loot in Milta, and you just start running inside the circle. That's going to be a really good thing. Same goes for other teams as well. Like, No Chance. If we're talking about No Chance, they can as well make it inside the circle really fast because they are like really close to the bridge.
Well, definitely. And I mean, this is going to be quite interesting because there is another team present quite close to the bridge, as you mentioned. And there might be a little bit of gatekeeping that might take place. But look at this. SDMZ, they have taken the northern part of the map, going for a Kameshki split drop. And Ocean, since no one went to Yasnaya yesterday, today, to make up for that, we have two teams in Yasnaya. So fight might break out earlier on in the game, but the teams have decided to split themselves on either sides of the road. That's there, separating the two compounds, two separate alleys of Yasnaya city. And so far, I mean, the teams have a good amount of distance in between them, so the aggression is going to be a little bit on the control side, not any sort of over-aggression or hyperactive fights we're going to witness. But, alright, so if you look at the team count here, we just have 15 teams and 59 players.
Yeah, even that's what I was going to say. We have 15 teams out here and 59 players, so that's one of the things. Alright, I mean, if anything, but well, we'll see what happens with that one. But right now you can see a team just going up, moving up forward. They're going to be looking onto the bridge area as well. All right, sounds good, sounds decent, sounds easy to move on to from this area to the other. And I don't think so a bridge camping or something's going to be happening out here, so that's also a decent thing, a good thing. So they'll just move up forward, and they might as well contest the military island really soon. All 4 players are in one Dacia. If that's one of the things, I mean, they saw a US as well. That's like they could have taken that. All right, well, E2S is moving behind them as well, like a bridge contestation. Not exactly, but yeah, moving from bridge. It's going to be just one of the things that the players are doing. And E2S, yeah, all the players, they are just moving up easily.
I mean, what do you feel about early rotation and then just holding on to the compounds quite close to the bridge so that you can gatekeep the players that will be coming in during the later stages of the game? Is that going to be a risky situation, or does that work out really well for you if you're trying to? Because I feel like, personally, I feel like that helps you out if you're playing for those kills, if you're confident in your gun skills and you're willing to take the fight. But if it can hamper your performance during the later stages really badly. I mean, you might end up losing one individual player or two players, and that is not going to be good for you during the later stages of the game if you're planning to get the chicken dinner.
That works out only in like first and second circle. After that, no, might be a bad situation, might be a bad thing. Because even if we're talking about the bridge houses that are really close to the bridge, it's like one big house and like one small house. So all 4 players around that one area, it might be a risky situation. That look at this. So just like this. So one player, like you can see Hunter out here, 2 players onto the other area. So the players are already away from each other, and that might be a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Hunter's job right now is just to give away information and to spot and to see where his opponents are. If he gets caught in a fight, he has to back off immediately and wait for his teammates to either create a flank or to group up with him so that they can fight together as a unit. Otherwise, Team Bear, they will have an amazing advantage in this situation. And well, talking about advantages, the players have managed to get together. Now they have this ditch that they are hiding in, but the players from Team E2S, they have those buildings. I mean, solid cover is always a good thing to have, but if their vehicles get taken out, they can be in trouble, and that is what Marvel is exactly doing, taking out the tires of those vehicles that E2S, they try to hide them. Well, not a very good hiding spot. I mean, they were pretty much out in the open, so the tires have been taken out, and now E2S, their rotations are going to be really tricky.
That is totally true, the thing that's happening out here. But well, let's see what Team Bear can actually do in this one as they are just moving up forward. That's one thing they wanted to do. Hunter is trying to hunt the players of Team Bear. I mean, that's one thing that's happening. But well, Hunter will have to just stay here on alongside his own team. It's obviously that's important. The first circle again is just forming up right now as we're just seeing. All right, well, look at this. Hattie still has shotguns only. Like from E2S, there's just one player who is still on shotguns.
Well, I mean, it's going to be quite interesting to see how the shotguns
It's going to be
work
tricky
out.
right now.
I mean, you have to wait or bait your opponents to come towards you, to basically be inside the same building as you. Otherwise, you're going to be in so much trouble. You can't use that weapon in the long ranges. I mean, if this fight was to break out, it's with the shotgun, you will be able to do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's exactly the thing that's just out here. That's gonna be happening. But well, that's one series of conversation that we will be just coming back onto, as we can see players from the other teams as well just moving up forward slowly and steadily. So that's all right. Players are still moving, they're still trying to see each other and everything, but still they cannot find anyone. So now what they have to do is just wait, and the wait is a patience game. Well, look at this. Reaper's also down out here from K49. That's one of the things. But well, yeah, the cluster, again, Nova Repnoy Towers area, the cluster is going to be forming up there.
I mean, it makes sense too, right, over there, because you have this high ground, you have the bridge right next to you, you can look over on the side of military base and try and spot out the people who and where they are hiding, so you will have that information. You can try and pick off the people coming in from the Nova Repnoy containers, you can camp the people coming in from the bridge area, so it gives you a lot of opportunity to pick up the kills, but you need to play your cards right. You make one mistake, you're going to be compromised in a really bad position, and you won't have any escape routes available. So it's sort of a trade-off.
That is true. It is a big trade-off out in this one if you just talk about this. Well, there are some other teams as well. You can see there are a few teams that are still coming from outside the blue circle, and they have to make it inside the actual fighting zone, if anything. So that's going to be one of the most tricky things, if anything. So we'll have to see how that thing happens, how the situation just comes down, because there are a few teams, once they make it, they'll have to see their health, and then they'll have to cross the bridge as well. That's tough.
I really like the team that have positioned themselves on the southern side of the military base. They were quite close to the airdrop, but they have decided to back off from there. So it is going to be a little bit interesting to see how they actually make it if the circle decides to take a northern shift. And you predict a northern shift coming in during the later stages of the Ocean. So do you think it's going to be really, really difficult for them?
Probably not, because the teams will already be fighting and they just have to get inside the circle and just stay there. Maybe if they want to play edge to edge, that will be a good thing for them. Like, depends if they just want to go for an edge to edge movement. That's going to be one of the things. And yes, it's going to go to the northern side exactly. And look at WMG. WMG is in a brilliant position already. They already have a brilliant area for themselves. They just need to hold it.
Yeah, they definitely need to hold it right smack in the center of the circle. And if they can actually manage to hold it with the right amount of aggression, it is going to be a wonderful, wonderful game for them. But I'm a little bit worried about MPG. If you see their position...
Yeah, they have to cross the
They have to cross over to the military island, and it's going to be quite tricky for them. But LND, they are in some trouble as the players have taken some amount of damage, and they're making their way inside the circle right now. Look at this. So... squad number 19 in front of us, and it is MES.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, this squad is also just moving up forward again around the circle. That's another thing. They still have to get inside the zone, and then inside the circle, they have to cross the bridge, and all those things are going to be a bit tricky for them as well, as we're just looking for this one. But well, I mean, talking about all these areas and talking about all the fights, right now no fights are happening, and that just means, again, the teams, because this is the first Erangel, and we know what happened in the first Erangel, teams just still need to understand, need to know what they are doing, what the opponents are doing, what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and all those things.
And also to all of our audience who actually guessed that the circle is going to be going, it will go to the military base. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, you have actually managed to beat the god of predictions himself, Ocean Sharma.
Yeah, no. Well, see, it's one me against thousands of them, right? So it's like
1000v1. It was a clutch that you could not pull off.
I'm not Saitama or something like that. Right now, it's just moving up forward again. We have all the 15 teams, and ladies and gentlemen, we started off with the 15 teams. Only no team got eliminated yet. That is the thing as well. So we still have to wait for the first elimination, the first blood. If that happens properly, that's only one of the things. So we have to see. But right now, moving on from one area to the other, we might as well just see something happening, as Jay was in a bit of a pickle.
Well, he was in a pickle, but he makes it all thanks to his teammates who provided him with an amazing cover fire. As soon as he took some shots, he was so close to going down, but Aladdin is going to be taken down with an amazing shot coming in from the players of OPMF. And now they have the players of LND spotted. They are on the lighthouse. But can they actually get away? All right, so both these teams in a few moments will be required to vacate their positions.
Okay, that was one thing, you know. The teammate was just speaking out, and he did not let his teammates just
blocking
get in.
your own teammate, never a good idea.
So that's not a good idea, exactly. But now we'll have to see what happens, because both these teams still have to cross this bridge. One bad move. See, in these kind of fights, whoever takes the first move thinks they are winning, but eventually they end up losing sometimes just because of one thing that they will be thinking, you know, we need to take down the other team because we have to move from the bridge area, and those things kind of, you know, just get a bit of, that can be a messy business, and it might never work out. So that's what both these teams will have to look forward to, but I guess one good shot might be in the making right now as Dictator wants to rule this area. All right, he tried good.
Yeah, that was a good try. That was a valiant effort, but he held his trigger for a little bit too long, just waiting for the precise moments. And with snipers, you need to be sure that you're going to land your shot. Whoa, Dictator taking down Jay once again. An amazing shot coming in on the man that was sitting in a vehicle. So, I mean, this could be the opening that OPMF were looking for, but are they going to aggress in the fight? The distance is a little bit too much, so if they charge in, by the time they get there, it's going to be a 4v4 again. So it doesn't, like, there's no point in them actually trying to push this fight more than they are doing right now. What they can do is just keep knocking them out again and again, make sure their healing utilities are being used up and are being wasted just on surviving this fiasco of a situation. And the circle, oh shit, it takes a lot of shit. It's still split. Wow.
It's still split. This is a brilliant zone. I mean, if you just want to talk about it, Team Bear is inside the circle, that's good. But well, look at No Chance. Like, they are so close to each other, but No Chance still have to look at the teams that will be coming from the bridge, because now only one team will come from the Nova Repnoy bridge, whilst the other teams will have to come from the military base bridge, and that's where No Chance can shine to take its skills.
Definitely. They can shine, and they have to shine. Otherwise, it's going to be an opportunity that is going to be wasted. As you said, they are in a perfect position, but it also comes at a cost. There will be a lot of teams moving in their direction, and they will have to hold on and hold off a lot of aggression that is going to come from the teams that are coming in their way. Well, Anka, we have him on our screens right now. Him and his teammates, they've figured out a few compounds that they can, they can take fights from. But will they be able to survive? Because as we do see on the map, ladies and gentlemen, there's like 4 to 5 teams coming for them.
Exactly. And right now, Rich did take down one player, and it seems like the fights are just moving up forward now as ISSL's players are taking up a fight against Extra's players, and Rich is just out here. They would want to revive, but look at this. OPX's players are also coming up from behind to take this fight in their own hands. But EA, I mean, looks like it. They can have a good backstab. Look at Mexus. He can take down a few players out here, and if they take some random shots, it might be fruitful for them.
It can be fruitful for them, but well, over on the other side of the bridge, the fight is still going on between the two teams that were facing off. I would like to find out how this one ends, though, as EA and ISSL, they are going to get third-partied by OPX. Unknown and Marco, they make their way. Jimmy is knocked down, and his teammates have left him over there. They've completely... All right, they are coming back. We do see them on the map. They're making their way in close to the tree. And the revive on Jimmy is going to come in. But is OPX going to allow that to happen? Is Rich going to allow that to happen? Zeal coming in from the rear.
All right, well, this is one thing that's happening. WMG's Brad also goes down onto the other side as well. But now Marco, he has to make inside the circle. Not a lot far, though, but still has to make his way inside the circle. And that's where Rich might just shine. No one knows where Rich is, but Rich can actually take up a few shots if that just comes down to this one. I mean, Rich can take down 2 people exactly, and precisely. Might as well take down the 3rd as well. That's going to be something. A backstab is in the making. Spots one. There he goes. Another one might just go down. Look at this. Both the players are on low HP. Another one goes down by Rich. He doesn't even realize it unless he actually sees the kill feed. Then another one did go down, and now he has to take the final person from OBX and might as well just make it the first team to get eliminated or something like that. But Ritz, he's still playing it slow. He is still playing it precise. But look at ISSL. The players are onto the other side as well. And Max is, oh, he goes down.
Well, it is going to be a troublesome situation for EA now, but I mean not as bad as OPX because, well, teammates are close to each other, so no time wasted and the revives to come in. And as soon as I say that, they make their way away and they're charging in. They're pushing in blind. I'm pretty sure they heard the gunshots that were going off in this direction, but they don't care. They are here for the kills.
So many teams getting clustered up in this whole area as of now, and well, OPX becomes the first team to get eliminated. As you guys can see, this thing just happened, and now LND is moving up forward, as we can see. But well, no chance, cars. You will have to see what happens with this team, as well as they have to hold this area for themselves. They are still inside the circle, a good area inside the circle. Kenzo as well, again trying to spot up a few players, and he does spot one. Dictator, alright, does a bit of a damage. He tried though. No, Winter goes down, and Winter will be finished onto the other side as well. But the players of Team Bear, Arimun takes that kill for his own self and for the team. Well, alright, Samita's health is really low right now.
Yeah, his HP bar is almost gone. He's going to have to heal up if he wants to be of any help to his teammate. But Marvel caught in a tough spot. He's taking a fight against the players of squad number 16. And, well, did he actually manage to take down one? No.
Whoa.
Hero, he got backstabbed.
It was from the other side. Well, Team Bear, they want to move forward. Marvel, the perfect calls have been given, and now all the players will have to come onto this area. Well, Prince is cooking up a good grenade. Dictator, meanwhile, is taking players by players onto the other side as he's taking up a good fight. You can see the kill feed out in that area. But what's Team Bear going to do? That's only one of the questions asked out here and about here, as Team Bear, they still are looking good with the grenades, the throwables, but they are not in the right direction. Had they been a bit onto the left, they might have been taken down 3 players, but well, that did not happen right now. Alright, OPMF's players are still trying to go for a good fight. Well, the grenades did just reflect back from that area, but alright, MGP is in a bit of trouble.
Well, they are in a bit of a pickle, and it is a risky business for them to actually try and attempt to get out of this jack. But Bear, they're putting up a lot of pressure, not just on MGP, but on the players of Squad 16 as well, as the ditch is the only thing protecting them right now. And Marvel is not looking to stop anytime soon. Marvel, he can be taken down as Hero gets up and tries to take him out with his DP, but he fails to do so with 2 teammates knocked out. Can he help them survive? The UAS is there for cover, but if it blows up or if Marvel tosses them in a nade, they are going to be blown up. He's going for the shots. His HP is really low. He has to run back. He has to heal up. His teammates are right there. Guys, you can finish that team in an instant, and they actually managed to do that.
Wow, that is happening out here. Well, Arimun again is trying to take up a few more players. If Arimun can onto the other side, you can see it's 3-1 split. That is what this team is playing with. And Team Bear's players are moving a bit backwards. Dictator takes down 1 as well. So many teams might be in a lot of trouble. And given the fact that the circle is moving up totally onto the open side, again, this will be a troublesome situation.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a troublesome situation for them. ISSL Jimmy, he hears the players of Squad LND as they get away from this entire fiasco. I mean, it makes sense, right? You have to rotate to the circle a little bit earlier on than your opponent if you know exactly where they're going to come from. And thinking about that, ISSL, they managed to make it as well. E2S, they are taking some shots. So, did he just ignore him?
Yeah, that's what I just saw out there. But well, Arimun can take this player down, and yes, he does. But the revival might be in the questions as they are almost on the verge of losing 1 player. But well, alright, Mamata goes down as well right now. And now Jimmy and the players are moving up forward. This might be a bad chance. And yes, it was. 1 player goes down. The team goes down from the back, and we are down to 11 teams.
Well, definitely, and it was a fiasco coming in from ISSL. The rotation, absolutely no scouting being done, no care if there was an opponent. Priority was just the circle, and the circle itself ended up punishing them. But Team Bear, in a bit of a pickle, spots out the players of OPMF. you have to be careful of Dictator. The man has been insanely precise with how he shoots his opponent. No, two players being taken down. One by Marvel, one by Prince. Arimon, he is a little bit of an over-aggressor. Dictator, he's really low. He's going to be taken down. That just leaves one player alive for the squad of OPMF. Is he going to survive? Or are Bears just going to slash and slice anyone who stands in their way?
Well, it seems like a Dictator is low on his own HP as well right now, because the grenade damage was one thing and a few gunshots the other. Well, we are down to 10 teams and 34 players surviving out in this one. Players only taking down player by player as well, and now they've gotten much more. Team Bear, they are looking really confident. They have all 4 players surviving somehow, as Susok's just out there, Arimun as well, Prince and Marvel, and they are down to 8 kills. Might as well make up a 9th and the 10th and go for the double-digit game right now. Marvel again is trying to spot up a good area for his own self. Arimun has just 1 kill, but is still looking really strong with that level 1 helmet and vest, which is actually damaged right now, but no chance. What sort of a chance do they have to get to make their way safely inside the circle? I mean, Arimun is spotting them, trying to take him down, but Arimun goes down onto the other side. Team Bear might be in a bit of a trouble, but look at Prince. He's using UMP for the fight.
I mean, it is quite an interesting choice. Makes it seem like he's going to be the lad that's going to be pushing forward and taking it up close and personal with his opponents. But look at this Bear. They have 9 kills already. OPMF, they are in a really, really bad spot. And whoa, Marvel. The amount of precision this guy has shown today in this first game. I mean, we were talking about this team, right? Comes in with a lot of experience, and this is what they have to show for it.
I mean, already 5 kills by this individual lad and 11 for the team. That's impressive. That's amazing the way this team has been doing, and has all the 4 players as well. So you have that manpower. But look at this team, WMG as well, 187 and Max LND. All these teams have all the players surviving. No chances just out there, but they are in a bit of pickle. They need to go for a revival on one player, but well, one more team did get eliminated a few seconds back. That's what we're seeing right now. K49 is just out here as well onto the other side. That is still one of the things, and now no chance. Kenzo, one good shot can take Kenzo down, and well, Dilla does the job.
Yeah, it came from the other side, but the player is down, and since Bear know exactly where he is, they can pick up another point for themselves. They have to steal that point that is lying in front of them, but they're going for the players of no chance entirely. Prince takes down another one. No chance, down to a 2-man squad. But look at this, WMG Sengi. Oh no, he gets finished as the players from LND just charged him in his face, and he is going to be wiped out. So his team, as he was the last player surviving. 187. They are so close. Oh, how do you not see him? The man has been shooting for the last 5 minutes. How did they not spot him out?
These guys are wizards. They come out of nowhere, do a trick, and will actually take you down. No. Onto the other side, Zayn did try. Like the
scope was covering Zayn.
Yeah. The try was good though onto the other side, but well, that's one thing, and now they need to go for the revival. I mean, Zayn needs to go for a quick revival. Should use a smoke grenade though on this area. But well, Team Bear Susok, he also has to try up to take up a few players down if that happens, but Team Bear, I mean, I think they have their eyes set on the players of 187. Yes, they are doing it. Taking one more down. Yes, they do.
Well, they have their eyes set on the chicken dinner, I think, because now, with 2 players down, 187, the only team that had the potential to backstab Team Bear, they will be taken out. Alright, the revives are coming in, but Armon, he wants to blow up that UAS and take down the players as fast as possible. So far, Team Bear, it's them against everyone else. They spot someone, they go for the shots. They don't care if they get third-party right now. Alright, Nade tries to go for a spray, but transfers the spray from one player to the other at the worst possible moment. And instead of taking down either one, he just goes down himself. Zayn comes in from the backup, and Prince is going to be taken down. But Prince is going to be revived by Marvel, and after that, the fight is going to commence again.
Look at Beryl, 6 times being used to perfection. Well, Team LND might be in a lot of trouble though onto in this area, but now it's time for Team Bear, because they are angry and the Bears are ferocious to do everything. Marvel has the M249 again. This this time, this team might as well go for a chicken dinner because Marvel is the same Marvel that I can see and sense in the first PMCO. But
he takes it down.
Whoa! Anka takes down these two players. That was impressive. And K49 gets eliminated on the 5th position. But Team Bear, let's see what they can do as it is down to Max and Team Bear. Both the teams have 13 kills. One team has 3 players, one has 4. Oh, what is happening? Miramar, he has that the gun, but how is he moving forward? There's a grenade on him! There's a grenade on him! There's a grenade on him! That might be a bad situation.
Oh,
he moves forward! He moves forward! But can he take that fight? That's the most important question with that M249.
Yeah, this fight is going to decide who gets the chicken dinner. It is LND versus Team Bear. Marvel with a nade of his own. The players in front of him are low. There's the ridge that is separating these two teams from each other. Prince on the back lines. He has been knocked out. Sog, he's trying to charge in. Spots out there. Go for the shot. And Knock comes in. It is a 2 versus 2 situation. Marvel and Sog, while the players on the back lines are being revived. No, Arimon, he has been finished off. Prince is bleeding out, slowly and steadily dying by losing his blood on the ground. But can they take this fight? 2 versus 2 for now, but the revive comes in and it is a 2 versus 3. All right, 4 teams remaining. No chance, Aka. He is hiding. He's hiding in the back lines. He doesn't want to get spotted.
For Team Bear, it's 2 versus the lobby. Still, it is one thing that it is. And Susog is on to the other side as well. Marvel, a good smoke coming and covering him, his own self. That's a brilliant move by this individual lad. But we'll have to see what the other teams and the other players actually do in this one. Stock has 19 bullets. Might as well go for a reload right now because it might be tricky. His West is totally done for in the situation. Everyone has to spot every other one. Bear Marvel as well. His West is also done. I'm looking for Jay. Like, why is he not putting up a first aid yet? That's my question. Still on low HP. Might not be having it. Might just need one from Nila. But that's where Anka might just come down. If Anka spots someone, might as well take one down. But well, 187 is in a lot of trouble. Look at the eliminations that are happening. One more team will be going down. It's down to 3 teams. LND versus Bear versus no chance. But now Bear has to move forward. Marvel will have to spot up a few players. Jay still on low HP. Alright, Marvel does the job. Down to 2 teams. It's 2 versus 3. Can Bear Marvel with those 82 bullets clutch this one out? There's going to be one question. He spots one, tries to take one down, but no, he goes down. It's Susok, the last player surviving. He does not see his left. He goes down as well. LND wins the first game.
Well, from the start to the end, it was between 2 teams. It was between LND and it was Marvel. But no, it was Team Bear. But LND, they get themselves the first chicken dinner, and with 17 kills, 30 plus kills between the top 2 teams, Ocean. That is half the server right there.
Yeah, that is exactly half the server right there. So 2 teams. You know what does this mean?
Yeah.
Teams up from 9 to 16 might not even have kills for themselves. Like
oh my god.
1 or 2, something like that. But wow.
Are they going to be in the top 8 already? As far as the overall standings are concerned, do these teams already make it to already make it in the top 8?
I mean, in the overall top 16, I would say. Like, they would try to go after the second game for sure.
Yeah.
In the overall, like, A and B, C and D in that one.
This is getting really intense. The match started out really slowly. I mean, we did not see any kills coming in up until the 15, 16, I think at the 19th minute mark. And then all hell broke loose. It was the military bridge that ended up being demised for a lot of teams because you had to cross and come over to this side.
Yeah.
But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the MVP of this game and see that one individual who put everyone else in a marvel, in amazement of his skills. It is Marvel from Team Bear, ladies and gentlemen. 7 kills, 1,386 damage coming in. Survival time of 26 minutes and 8 seconds.
Marvel and M249, they go hand in hand. 1386 damage, 344 healing done. Wow, 3 assists as well did come on from this individual lad. That's impressive. I want to see where were the team, the players of Team Max. What are their individual kill numbers? If that is something, you know, I think we might just see them in top list or something.
Exactly, Max Legends. I mean, LND, they put up an amazing show.
Brilliant.
And it all started from the fight from the lighthouse.
Exactly, it all started from there. I mean, Dictator was on to the other side, obviously, you know, giving those K9 shots to the players. Yeah. But then they started. They were like, nope, let's move inside the zone. Let's cross the bridge first, and then we'll see the other teams. And they did that to the perfection as well.
That is another team that I want to talk about. OPMF and Dictator. They were also really good. So there is a possibility with skills like that, that man is going to be a huge threat on Miramar.
Probably. That's totally true.
But let's have a look at the top players and see the other lads who had an amazing game in this very first match, ladies and gentlemen. So we have Dilla from Legends, we have Samitha from Legends, and we have Jay from Max Legends. There's like, what, 16 kills between these three players.
And that's what I was saying. I want to see what the other team did, and it's like, it's not top league. It's like L&D's car on one side and Bear Marvel onto the other. That's what it is. But look at the damage stat. Look at Dilla. I can bet you this guy has a lot of assists. 1100 plus damage, 4 kills. So probably Dilla has a lot of assists in the name for sure.
But good damage number just puts him in the list of the top players. And
brilliant.
Well, a lot of assists means the other two players actually
capitalized
on the situation.
On the
they
moments.
confirmed the kills for their team, which is really quite nice. Because at the end of the day, points are points, right? You need to make sure that the points are being secured. Let's have a look at the match summary as well, ladies and gentlemen, and see the outstanding numbers that were being put up on the board.
We know about the highest kill numbers and the damage number as well, but well, Bragg had the longest distance. 15 kilometers is what the distance is, if anything. And well, if you're talking about E2S, like the TM7, they did really good. I mean, you can see Hattie with 4 assists and Rain with 272 meters as the longest distance kill. So the players were doing good for themselves, and they were, focusing on one thing, and that is to showcase their talent in the lobby right from the get-go.
And that is what it is all about. You have to put up a lot of pressure on the other players right off the bat so that they are left wondering in the next 3 games. How are we supposed to beat them? How are we supposed to take on Max Legends and Team Bear and get the chicken dinner from them? That is a big question.
Right now, yeah, it is a big question, but all the players that were just out here, they did fantastic for themselves. They did incredible for themselves, and if anything, kudos to top 3 teams. I mean, I would say no chance. Anka, you remember that clutch? And, like, he had to survive. He had to do it by any way, mean or form, and he did it.
And No Chance were in a really bad situation because if you go back a little bit even further in the game, the players were spotted out by Bear, they were spotted out by the players of Max Legends, and they were caught in a crossfire right out in the open, and they were being picked off. So Akka just managing to survive and get those points was really important. Let's have a look at the rankings of this match, the standings of this match, and see how many points were picked up in 32 and 26 by the top 2.
It's brilliant. Just so many kills coming out here. Then talk about 187 as well. 7 kills came from them as well. That's a good number. K49 did not get any kill, but they are still in top 8 right now.
Yeah. Is this the whole lobby in the first page?
I mean, almost.
Almost the entire lobby, right?
This is brilliant.
Amazing.
This is amazing how this just actually happened. I want to see what 9 to 16 actually holds for us, and yes, so 1-1-1. That's those are the numbers. That's why almost. So those are the numbers just here. So 6 kills.
6 kills in total, split between 7 teams.
Well, this
was an intense match.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, and it is what it is gonna be in the next game as well.
Probably not. Like other teams might just come back around stronger. Something like that might just happen. We'll still have to see how the next lobby, the next game just makes up for the players.
Exactly, because I mean, performances like this also have their downside, right? These matches like these are a little bit too stressful on the players.
Yeah.
And in those moments in the game, you need to make sure that you are really precise and you somehow manage to calm yourself down. We're talking about individual moments, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at the Oppo moments of this match, because there will be a lot of them.
Exactly. It started off from these shots. I mean, we were talking about this, and then the clutch was really good the way it just happened. But on to the other side, this area is where every fight constituted.
Yeah.
Right from the start of the fights till the end of the fights.
See, this is what I found. I don't know. I found it really funny because for a second I thought the players of E2S, they just got really lucky. But Marvel comes in from the rear, like he's like, wait, what? You took down my teammate? All right, now you're gonna have to pay.
Yeah, that's true. But Team Bear, they had good fight for themselves. 187, they had good kills for themselves, and obviously they were standing up tall. L&D, obviously they got that chicken dinner right from the bat, right from the get-go, right from the first game, and they were pressurizing team. But then this was incredible. This was impressive. This was Anka just out here, clutching it out for his own team. But this barrel 6 times, I mean, brilliant.
Yeah, it was a brilliant utilization of the weapon with the scope. But I mean, at one point the scope almost backfired because the recital of the scope, the outer edges were actually covering up where his opponent was exactly. I mean, so you need to move it around a little bit so you're peeking your angles clearly.
That happens sometimes, right? You cannot actually you cannot just help that because. Not every fight will go the way you want, even if you're thinking everything is right. So that's just the game. That's just the rule of the game. But the way the fights did start up in this one, I mean, these were some brilliant fights.
Exactly, they were brilliant indeed. But the madness does not end here, Ocean. This was just game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. We still have more matches lined up. We still have 3 more maps left. I mean, no vacancy, of course. We have 1 more Erangel, a Miramar, and a Sanhok, ladies and gentlemen. And it is going to get more intense as we move forward in our day, because we will first see these teams play their first match on Sanhok. Then it is going to be their first match on Miramar, and then their second match on Erangel.
I mean, they would like to end the day on Erangel. That's one thing that they'll be doing for sure. Miramar, obviously, it's going to be a paradise for the snipers, just like we saw a few sniper shots just being used out here. And Sanhok might as well be the snake bites.
Exactly. I mean, but yesterday we did expect those snake bites to come in, but even yesterday on Sanhok, I mean, this region has proven out to be a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say this region in general, but I would say this time PMCO, this PMCO is way aggressive because teams now know we gotta go for the kill points.
Alright, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a very short break, so you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We will be right back with match number 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after the break to the PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split 2021 Wildcard South Asia Region. This is Varun Super Johnny John being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma. And now it is time for us to step into match number 2, which is going to be played on Sanhok.
Exactly, the fast-paced map, as we would like to say it. But I want to see, today I wish some teams go to boot camp, because sometimes the circle does go there and no one's out there. That's one of the things that just happens. But I would still love to see, Paradise skirmishes. If that happens, if the circle actually goes onto an island, how does that pan out or something? But given the fact that these teams now kind of know what the other teams are doing and how the other teams are playing, plus I also want one more thing. Let's see who the 16th team is if they actually join the lobby.
Exactly. I mean, the final team, because even in the last game, we just had 15 teams in the lobby, and also agree with you about teams going to the bootcamp area. Yesterday, we did have sort of a situation in Paradise Resort wherein the timing from one of the teams was a little bit off, so they had to abandon the plan entirely and drop outside Paradise, then get away from there. And it was an interesting game yesterday on Sanhok, but today, these are new teams. There's a lot more aggression in comparison to yesterday already, so I would love to see how this match actually turns out. As you said, would love to see early skirmishes in 3 different locations. One is going to be Camp Alpha Island. All right, 4. Make it 4. Painan, Camp Alpha Island, Paradise Resort, and Boot Camp. A skirmish breaks down in one of these places. I'm going to be a happy man.
If it happens, that's going to be one of the most important things, right? If it happens, because sometimes what happens is you're ready for the skirmish, you're ready for the fight because you feel like your players have every bit of loot that is needed for the first fight. But the opponents are like, they don't want to fight, so they just try to run away from that area, and that's a good thing, obviously, for you, because you get the hold of the whole area if it's inside the circle. But it's like you don't get those points. Maybe someone else does, or maybe they come back and backstab you. Something like that might just happen.
Yeah, something like that might just happen. And you have to be prepared for those situations. Even if you... so there's this thing that I like to say. Always be prepared for the worst. Always be prepared to get backstabbed on Sanhok out of nowhere, because that happens quite a lot.
I mean, it's kind of needed, right? You have to be in that...
It's not needed. It just happens.
It happens, right? It's needed for us to, just have a really good game, a really, fast-paced game or something like that. Because if you want to go for a really slow fight, I mean, no one would want that. Obviously, you get kills, but it's like the domination, the fear that you need to, just inject in your opponents. It starts if you just, go and just dominate right off the bat.
Exactly, and those dominations only come if you are constantly getting those kills, similar to what Max Legends did in the last game, similar to what Team Bear did in the last game. And ladies and gentlemen, in just a few more seconds, we will be jumping into the action on Sanhok. But once again, before we actually have the match in front of us, I would like to know from you guys, this time, where do you think the circle is going to be? Once again, start guessing in the chat. Go ahead with your predictions, and, well, we'll see who gets it right.
I mean, that's also one of the things.
Who beats Ocean Sharma, ladies and gentlemen?
And we'll see where the flight path is just about right now, as it is going to be starting up. And we'll see where the players actually land right through the flight path, as the game will be right in front of us. All right, so from the southern side of Camp Alpha to Docks Kampong, that's where the flight path is. So talking about this area, so many teams, if they want to go to Sami or Camp Charlie, they can. Boot Camp is also up for grabs. Paradise Resort as well. Cow might be a tricky thing, like... If you want to go solo, it's a good thing, but still, we are down to 59 players only, because one player is missing and one team is missing.
Well, definitely. I mean, the teams are missing as of now, and including individual players as well. So here we do see OPMF. They are with a 3-man squad, and so is 187 Esports. So they're going to be in a little bit of a pickle in the early stages of the match. They will have to worry about how they actually want to play this one out. But all right, Ocean, a lot of teams heading up north, so we can hope that someone is going to go to Boot Camp and Paradise Resort.
We can see...
but no one went Painan this time.
That's what I was going to say as well. All right, this is a ruins-ish circle, but we can see one thing, and that is a team with just 3 players is going Boot Camp. Bold choice. Yeah,
kudos to those guys. And hey, the gamble actually pays off, right? Because there's no one apart from them going for boot camp area. Although 2 teams have decided to go to Paradise Resort. And again, ladies and gentlemen, once again, let me point out the surprise that absolutely no one is, I would assume, within like a 10-kilometer radius of Paradise Resort.
Okay, 10 kilometers, given the fact that this is for...
I mean, if the circumference, not the circumference, like the diameter. I don't know, man. I'm bad at maths.
Yeah, I get that. Well,
All right.
no.
300-meter radius. Because there is a team that went ruins.
Exactly, that's what I was. Well, okay. On to the other side. So this team obviously had a decent game in the previous one, but this team, we'll have to see what these teams actually do. And we could see a few spike traps onto the other side, but well, no one takes those for granted. We already saw the early skirmishes happening right now, and might as well one more casualty. Oh! QBC was put to good use, but was like that was an overcommitment with that gun.
Yeah, I mean, also the person got double peaked. There were two players shooting at him while he was just like one individual player. And now OPX, they have managed to put their opponents, MPG, in a really bad situation. I mean, look at this. So Zesty is going to be finished off at no cost. They've already taken down one more player, so it is already a 2 versus 4 situation.
Exactly, it already is. So this kind of once again changes a lot of things for all the players, but we'll have to see how the things just move forward right now as MPG. Also, these players again are trying to spot someone. They have lost their players, but they haven't lost the fight yet, so they still have a standing and a fighting chance against their opponents. But OPX, like, they are looking good. They already have those skills. They are looking really, really confident, and they just want to go for the finishes. And Wiz has been spotted as well. His TPP angle was being compromised, but well, Unknown seems like it that he does not want to take up a fight right now. All the players are moving just a bit back. Not exactly back as they would be going on a passive stance, but just a bit back because they are focusing on something else. They might as well have a plan B in their mind. Sounds like it.
Well, it does sound like it. I mean, in the plan B, what it looks like is just to hide, let the squad in front of them get away, let them get out of Paradise Resort, and then start looting again. And it seems like a nice plan, right? Because if you can actually play a little bit slower, you can survive. But talking about slow, this is not something that this man does. Bear Marvel up against the players of E2S. Teddy right in front of him. And he's prone down on the ground, lying on the slope of the small little hill that is there. The entire team of E2S, they are looking for him, but he's trying to hide and survive because his team was nowhere near.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But well, if you're just looking at the team right now, still MPG, these two players still have to just look forward on to how they can or cannot take up this fight. Toxin, I think he knows someone's onto the other side, but well, that might be a bad decision. One player goes down. Unknown is down right now. Toxin might have been the next one, but well, that was a bad one. But Unknown will be finished, and now the team's vulnerability is a big scene. As you can see, what Wiz does is he knocks someone, he finishes him because he knows he does not want to go with a 0 point on his name. And Wiz is back onto the other side. Might as well spot another one. He does spot another one. A good grenade is in the hands of Toxin. He throws that one. Well, Wiz is 1 HP and he's still surviving. He has been spotted. He has been compromised as well. And now Wiz might just go down. He goes down. Now it is one single player finisher. Well, will he be doing a finisher or will he be finished? That's the question. Low on the HP but high on morale. What's going to happen? He goes down and the team gets eliminated. Paradise is where the first fight happened.
Well, Paradise Resort, and it is where we see the first elimination of the squad also coming up. As you do see MPG X Esports, they have been taken out of this match, ladies and gentlemen. But, I mean, opportunity is going to come knocking in the next game for them. For now, they're going to have to sit and wait for the next lobby to be made. Although, apart from that one skirmish in Paradise Resort, the rest of the teams have resorted to playing a little bit more slow. And it makes sense. You want to get everything possible for yourself that helps you out in a fight, be it the armor, helmet, the weapons that you need, the scopes that you need. You want everything with your on you at the time you decide to take the fight. And the airdrop, number one, it comes in with the AUG, the 4x scope, the level 3 kit being there. It's going to be a really good airdrop, especially for this map. But look at this. So, OPMF, we do have them in front of us on the way to ruins, and there are teams surrounding them, but not quite close enough to put any real pressure.
Exactly. Right now, it won't be a lot of pressure. Obviously, they'll try and move just normally as they should and as they would love to in these situations. We still have to see what they can do. As you can see, the circle again is going to be just moving off. Our ISSL is already on the ruins area alongside OPMF that actually came from boot camp's rotation. EA onto the northern side as well. We're talking about Team Extra. But now on to the southern side of SAM, you can see SDMZ. These players are moving up forward as well. E2S from the backside of Cave is coming up onto the circle as well. There's always one team that does the water tradition. This time it's team that got a chicken in the previous game.
We said the same thing yesterday as well. And look at this, all right. So WMG in a fight against No Chance. Aka has been taken down, but they've managed to trade one of the players from the side of WMG. The other two lads, Spider and Brad, they're going for two different flanks. Brad is going to be caught off guard in a fight with Kengzo, brings him down to around 5 HP. And Kengzo is going to be forced to back off. There's no way Kengzo can take this fight in his current condition, in his current situation. So he uses a first aid, brings himself up to 75% HP again, and then with a Uzi in hand, he backs off. He can commit to the fight against Brad, but Sengi on the flank, quite close on the other side of the ridge. Kengzo is going to be in some trouble. Sengi throws a Molotov to push them back a little bit, but these guys are right next to the ridge, so it's going to be a tricky situation for WMG to actually deal with.
Well, Kenzo is out here. Kazi onto the other side as well. Sengi onto the other side. So WMG's Brat, I would say, is in perfect location. A good backstab might as well just come in. But nope, Kazi spots that. Kazi knows that Brat goes down. Now it's a fight as Harry goes down as well. And now No Chance is looking brilliant with their efforts. And they might as well go for an elimination of the squad out here. Anka is onto the other side as well. And we'll have to see what Anka actually does. Kenzo, again, is trying to spot up a few players if that can actually happen. Onto the situation. Sengi is just lying down. He is spotted or not. That's a gamble. But if he is spotted, might as well be a bad thing, because Kengzo is again just moving up forward. Like, the team is still in a zigzag motion. But Sengi, how does he survive? Sengi, no one spotted Sengi, and the team's just moving forward.
Yeah, they've ignored him completely. He can make them pay for this. He's going to be the last man, but alright, so the risk is apparently worth it for him. Sengi takes some shot on Kengzo. He's going to be spotted out by Aka, who is moving in his direction. Now Sengi is going to be finished off. Well, he should have just laid there. He should have let the entire team of No Chance get away, and then he could have backstabbed him. He's the last player surviving for his team. Sengi is going to be punished off right now.
Yeah,
he's going to be finished off, and that's going to be the exit for WMG.
I mean, the way this fight just started to, go down, it was something different how it just actually happened. But, well, Sengi is still surviving somehow, and that's one thing. Brad has been finished by K49. All right, so the kill steals are coming up. That's something that K49 is doing. They got one for them from this particular fight, and that's where Venom just outshined. The team has 3 kills, and now they have to move forward. Will they spot Sengi? That's my question, because they still have their eyes on No Chance. And Sengi, look at him. He's still here, he's still here, he's still here. He goes down.
Well, alright, so WMG, they're going to be... I thought No Chance was going to actually pick up the kill, but no, they get backstabbed. And this actually spells trouble for No Chance as well, since now they're going to be forced to fight against K49.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, Aka spots one out in the open, goes for the shots, but ends up missing it. So the reason it spells trouble is No Chance committed a lot of the resources in the fight that they had against WMG. As we did see, Aka, his helmet is shot up. He doesn't have an armor, so it is quite a troublesome situation for them.
Exactly. And now just like you said, that his helmet was obviously totally taken out. And the fact that he's using a DMR, he'll have to go for constant peaks here to there. If you have to just peek down and take someone from that QB or something, you are using DMRs, you have to go with the tap accuracy as well. So he might as well have to see if no shots actually land on him, because another shot will take him down. Exactly the thing that he has to be worried about.
Well, definitely. And it is going to be E2S Teddy right now in some trouble, as they do hear the squad coming up right next to them. Oh, Hunter is on the high ground. Teddy right in front of him. Teddy's trying to back off. Hunter spots him out, but gets on his bike. All right, I don't think Hunter saw him. I don't think Hunter saw him run away, but now Hunter is going to be punished. He's trying to get away on his bike, but his HP is really, really low. He's been brought down super low. One more bullet, and he goes down in the blue zone, that too.
might have been a mistake, just moving on to that area. And just as we were talking that the circle will go on to the northern side of ruins, that's where it is, and on to the Kalpalfa Island. So a few teams will have to see. I mean, if you're talking about one team, that is LND, look at how they just entered the circle. They have a comfortable position inside the circle, no teams behind them. Again, might as well contest for a back-to-back chicken dinner for themselves. But that's going to be one of the things. But well, Max is trying to spot someone and go Mad Max on the players, but that did not happen right now. And Hunter, well, he and his teammates will have to find a new way to just move forward.
Well, definitely, and moving forward is going to be tricky because, well, if you are running forward, then a bear is running towards you as well from the same direction. So E2S, they have to be careful. We do see Team Bear in the distance, and since they did take some shots on another team, on Hunter and the lads, they might be closing in on them. They know where they are coming from. K49, they know No Chance team is on the low ground, and they can potentially gatekeep them, protect them, prevent them from coming onto the high ground and getting this information, getting this land that is going to be really crucial in the future fights. But K49, they got to be careful. EA right next to them. Carnage is going to be spotted out. But Rich, oh no, Hope gets spotted out first. The shots come in from Reaper. He misses his mark, but he still manages to survive the shots that Hope fires in retaliation. So this fight has already broken out. The teams know about each other, present right next to them. Apart from Rich, of course, I think because he likes to hide. He's quite close. Him and Mexus, they are hiding behind one rock. K49 can easily get a flank on these two lads and one nade, and they are done.
I mean, that's one thing that might as well just happen. But, well, the fights are breaking loose out in this one. Down to 13 teams is what we are. Still 48 players alive. And Carnage still has to spot a few players from Team Extra. And that's one of the things. But, well, Winter is onto the other side as well. Might as well take down one or two names with him. If it just comes down to that, look at K49. They have to move forward. And, well, that's what they are doing. Mexus might be the next one to go around as he's just slowly and steadily putting up those bandages for his own self. But Mexus will be in a bit of a trouble, if anything, out here. 200 plus meters. 250 meters to get inside the circle from SDAMZ. They have to get out there, and Maxis goes down onto the other side by Thompson's effort. That was incredible, and now Hope is the last hope for the team.
Well, Hope is going to be the team's last hope, but can Reaper reap him and send the Hope back to the lobby? He's been caught off guard. There's just one rock protecting him. It's a 1v4 situation, and K49, it doesn't look like this team is going to back off. They want to go for the finish. They want to finish up the entire team, pick up the kills for themselves, collect those points. So Hope is going to be spotted out. The shots come in from Reaper, and he brings him really, really low. Hope is going to be super low, hiding in the grass right now. Reaper gets on top of a rock, trying to spot him out. But Rich, he's going to be finished off. K49 with 6 kills to then make that 7. Now, Hope is going to be the next. Well, or the last. And all the 3 players, they are running towards him.
I mean, it might as well be a bad situation for that individual area we're just talking about this, because Hope is still there. Now this is same as the Sengi situation. You remember that thing that happened, but now they will spot him out and will take him down. And Reaper is looking good with 5 kills for himself.
Well, 5 kills coming into their name, and it is incredible. The team in total has 8 so far, 14 minutes in the match, and they have 8. Alright, Team Bear in a lot of trouble as the players have been caught off guard in the blue zone right now, taking damage from the blue zone and the bullets that are coming in their way. So, it is going to be really hard for Bear to survive. Prince, we do see him on the map. His teammates seem to be missing right now. But ISSL, they have 2 kills to their name. They have to move to the circle, which is 187 meters away. Is that going to happen? Because there are a lot of teams right next to their position.
Well, the players are still, just trying to move forward. 12 team elimination was Team Bear by surprise. Well, that's one of the things. But, well, the other teams, the show must go on. 11 teams surviving. And now E2S is moving up forward from 1 area to the other. They obviously have to cross this area. That's one of the things. And, well, now the fights are happening, and the players will have to look forward onto the bridge hole. That's what they have to do. 150 meters still the distance from this bridge to the circle. That's what the players of IWSL will have to do. And, well, one good grenade takes down Fire God. Look at grenade attack, just showcasing out the grenades were a good thing in this one. A nade parade did just come out.
Well, definitely, and that grenade parade, the barrage of nades that drops in, it's super exciting to watch. But ISL says, oh, running on the bridge out in the open, and Jelly, well, he smears some jelly of bullets on his opponent, takes him down in an instant with the M4. But lad, you gotta keep yourself moving. The blue zone is doing a lot of damage right now at this point, and SGMZ, they're gonna have to find a safe way through which they can actually move inside the circle. Otherwise, over time, it is going to be a really, really bad situation. The team is going to find themselves in. ISSL Jimmy, he's going to be spotted out again. A few shots come in his direction, but he managed to take cover behind the rock. Takes down one player from the side of E2S. That is going to be Hunter. And can he finish off Hunter, or is he going to go for Eddie? Well, he takes down Hunter first.
Well, that thing did just happen out here. We'll have to see how the other situation just go down as Jimmy again is trying to move forward. But look at this, ISSL, they can take this whole team down. Now comes the vulnerability factor, but well, oh Eddie, that was a good spray against Kazi, taking him down though. And now the fights just break loose. Now the circle's one villain and ISSL the other against SCMC. As you can see, SCMC, they have to move forward and they cannot, because the zone damage is a lot. All right, a bad situation coming up already. 28 bullets going for a reload already. As you can see, it can take another player down. Oh, no. Switch on to AKM. Can take one down. Yes, he does. And now it's the final 1-2-1 fight. Oh, 3 players down, but no.
Jelly comes for the save out of nowhere, and it is incredible. This is what I was talking about. SDMZ, they stayed in the blue zone too long. By the time the players came in, they were so low that one individual player was able to 1v3 the entire team. Had Jelly not been there, they would have been finished off. They still can be finished off if they get caught off guard, but no chance. Cocktail just picking up those grenade kills and collecting those points for themselves. Look at this, K49, OPX, Marco, quite close to them. They're hiding inside the huts right now. Are they going to survive? We do have Max Legends right next to them as well, and Legends, they are starting to get those knocks again.
Well, they are definitely, but the thing is, can they or can they not hold their own area and their ground? You can see 4K Mad, they have one player surviving, the other one needs a revival. Well, not anymore, as it's just one player surviving right now from that individual team. K49, the team is looking really good with 9 kills for themselves. All right, might as well make it the 10th one, as one knock did just come out and they would like to go for a finish. No, all right, well, Zell takes down one, can take down the second one. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Zell does take down one more player, but no, K49 team is looking really strong and will be taking down Zell as well. Make it 12 kills, and now the revives will be happening.
Yeah, the revives are going to come in. The team has put up an amazing performance on this map, specifically K49. They've gotten 12 kills already. SDMZ not too far behind, 7 points already collected, but look at this, no chance. Kengzo, he's going for the hunt on the last surviving player of E2S. The one player that is left standing, enough to fight. The blue zone comes in, so the tick damage is going to kick in soon, but no chance. They just leave him there, and they start moving in inside the circle. They have to be extra careful. They are surrounded from all the directions. They barely manage to make it, and they finish off the last player from E2S. That is going to be a squad exit coming in. 6 teams remaining, but now it is a literal uphill run that they have to make in order to survive.
This might be difficult because, you know, when you're just moving upwards, you might as well be vulnerable from all the other directions. We're down to 5 teams right now, and K49 is looking really strong. 12 kills exactly. All 4 players exactly what they need, but SDMZ is also on the other side. That, I mean, the save from SDMZ's players, that was brilliant. And now LND. You cannot forget this team. Obviously, they don't have much kills in this one, but now they are playing it for a chicken dinner, and that's one thing that they would love to get.
Yeah, that is one thing that they would love to get for themselves. I mean, chicken dinner with this amount of kills is definitely going to be a really big boost, and it is something that they desperately need as well in order to move up in the standings. K49, they have the high ground advantage, but they are on the edge of the circle. So if the circle moves away from them, it will not just move away from them. It's going to move away from a lot of teams, because K49 so far have been holding off these teams from coming in this direction, and it is going to be really tricky for teams like Max Legends, teams like SDMZ to figure out a way to cross over. No chance. Cocktail, he has one player knocked out in front of him. No, Sam, that was a bad call. My friend jumps right in front of Cocktail, who misses the shot. It's a 1v2 situation. Cocktail spotted out, and Jelly finishes him off.
Well, that was one thing that the team did just avoid, but makes it 10 kills for SDMZ. That's impressive. That's incredible. But now the thing is, how forward can this team go? I mean, circle is one thing, but this open area is another. 4 teams. 4 teams surviving out in this one. K49, Max Lindy, SDMZ, and 187. 187 again a good game. Max Lindy again a good game. K49 a decent game this time, but well, can they go for a chicken dinner? Look at Psycho. His helmet and vest both are damaged to the core. Still, they're taking up a good fight against their opponent Sam. Alright, one bad pick might just be the end of that individual. K49 is looking really wild. Oh, that Molly! Whoa.
That's hot.
That was, and not a good one. Well, on to this one. LND is looking good as they're taking fight against the team that was really dominant, and they are doing good. They are doing good. They did take down one, and onto the other side, you can see Carnage is really low on it. People put up a first aid right now, but now things actually go bad as Aladdin's Molly just finishes up the job against K49's one player. Now Banana is moving up forward. All right, Samita takes down one as well, but no, Aladdin goes down onto the other side, and now Winter and Venom, they are low on HP. I mean, Winter is not exactly low on HP, but Venom is, and now they have to go for this 2v3 fight, but no, SDMC is arriving from behind. Might be a bad thing, might be a bad situation. K49 might not even realize this is happening, and now the kills will go in the hands of LND.
Again, overcommitment is going to be the demise of this team, but look at consistency. SDMZ, they come in from the rear. Max Legends versus K49 versus SDMZ, all happening all together. Aladdin going for a revive. Dilla comes in from the rear. K49, they get finished off. SDMZ, just one player left standing. This could be the opportunity for Max Legends to secure the chicken dinner for themselves. This team, 2 consecutive games, really good amount of points, and Dilla, he goes close to the window trying to get a peek. He has an Uzi in his hands. He can finish off the entire squad of SDMZ all alone. Jelly and Psycho, 2 players left standing. Jelly heals up. He is the only one left with HP. He goes down again. Now it's just Psycho surviving with like 20 HP on him. He's trying to heal up to 75 again. Final fight, 1 versus 4 situation. The shots come in and they go down. With that, ladies and gentlemen, Max Legends, they get themselves a chicken dinner in match number 2.
Back to back chicken dinner. Not on the kill department, but 6 kills, I would take that.
Yeah.
15 placement points, everyone would take that. And this makes them, for the placement, they are going perfect. 30 placement points, like 15 each game. That's brilliant by this team.
Definitely going to be in the top 5 right now.
Brilliant team effort.
Yeah, brilliant performance, an amazing performance from these guys. Can they pull off a hat trick though? That is going to be a really big question. But so far, Max has been phenomenal.
If they do pull up a hat trick, imagine every map will be theirs.
Oh yeah. We don't have Vikendi now, so Erangel, Sanhok, Miramar, they have conquered all of them. But let's have a look at the MVP of this game and see the individual player who did really well. K49. Alright, this team was also phenomenal. They have a lot of kills, so well, we'll have to see in the standings if they got more points than Max Legends. But K49 Reaper, he was definitely the Grim Reaper of the game. Coming in with 7 kills, 623 damage, survival time of 20 minutes, 35 seconds, and healing done just 192.
Taking down everyone that was in his way. That was incredible. 620 damage exactly. No assist done. Alright, I would take that. See, you are going just with the entry packs. You want to finish the job. That's what this individual lad is doing. So was doing. So that was incredible. But you know, still, had this team got a chicken dinner, that would have been even better, obviously.
Yeah, that would have been even better, and it would have been an amazing performance coming in from Kane, and that would have helped them close the gap between them and the other lads. But let's have a look at the top players right now, ladies and gentlemen. And we do have Reaper sitting on the first position, followed by Psycho from the team of SDMZ. Carnage from K49 is going to be on the third, and No Chance Cocktail on the fourth.
These are the players out in this one. But if we just talk about all the things, right, that happened. Reaper, Carnage. These 2 players were playing, neck to neck, if you want to say. Even if one has 2 kills, still, like, when there were fights, they were just moving up forward. And that's one thing that was, really impressive by these 2 players. No Chance players as well. I mean, obviously, not the best game that they would obviously be expecting. Every team wants chicken dinner at this moment. But if anything, it's just it's like chicken dinner is stuck with one team right now.
Yeah, definitely stuck with just one lad. But let's have a look at the standings of this game and see the points that K49 actually got. Alright, so SDMZ, look at them as well. They got 13 kills, 25 points. K49, they got 14 kills. They got 24 points. And then we have the team with the chicken dinner, that is Max Legends. They got 6 kills, 15 placement, 121 in total.
Okay, so SDMZ, the kill numbers, obviously that save around the bridge was incredible from SDMZ. I would still say that was incredible. K49, the fights were amazing. No Chance, staying in top 4. Like it's like for no chance as well. Back to back, they're in top 3, top 4 situation.
Yeah, back to back, an amazing performance. But look at this. So one of the teams that did really well in the last game did not do so well in this one. That is going to be Team Bear, sitting on the 13th position right now, with just 1 placement points coming in their way. Also, WMG being taken out in Paradise Resort. Quite an unfortunate series of event over there.
Yeah, that did happen. But you know, that's one thing. You win some, you lose some. First fight might be good, the other one might not be good. It just comes down to how your opponents were reading you and what was happening at the time.
Yeah.
That also comes down into the RNG as well, alongside the fights and the fight strategies.
Exactly, but now let us have a look at the Oppo moments of this match and see the highlight reels once again. I mean, it all started with this. It all started with MPG going up against, well, they were the ones taken out, but it was OPX, the team that was charging in, and they hunted down these players one after the other.
Exactly, they did go for this one. It was incredible the way the fights were happening right off the bat. And you remember against WMG's last player when he was still surviving, Sengi, I guess it was the one that was still surviving onto the other side. But well, that did not go well. Hope was the last hope for the team. That did not go well. But out here, if you'll see, I mean, this was an incredible fight. One that was started by the players out here from SDMZ, and they ended the bridge fights as well. One down, goes for reload. Second down will be low, a bit low on HP. Look at this, switches the gun, another one goes down, and this is where the sideline fight happens. Had there been the 4th player on the bridge, situations would have been different.
Yeah, situation definitely would have been a little different. And coming to the final moments of the game, I mean, look at this. K49 in the hut. On one side you have SDMZ, and on the other side you have Max Legends. SDMZ, they charged up on K49 in such a way that both of them ended up taking down each other's players, and Max Legends were like, alright, we're just going to go for the revive and then finish off whoever is left.
I mean, that happens, right? You want to go for this. Those were your strategies. You get those skill points. You need those skill points, you know,
yeah.
And you know, that just showcases. One team got the chicken nut, but still is on the 3rd position in this particular match.
They got all the kills in that final little skirmish.
In that house,
yeah.
they got all the kills that were near the house.
Right, yeah. But for now, before we head to match number 3, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a very short break, so you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We will be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the PMCO 2021 Wildcard South Asia Region. My name is Warren Super Johnny John, being joined at the desk by Ocean Sharma, and now it is time for us to head into match number 3 for today, which is going to be played on the map of Miramar.
I mean, the long map, just like we were saying, the paradise for snipers, the bolt action players. And that's one thing that we'll be seeing for sure, because we saw in Erangel a few sniper shots just, being laid to perfection. So if that happens in this one, I mean, my money is on sniper shots.
Yeah, my money is going to be on sniper shots as well, and also on that one person we saw on Erangel, that is Dictator.
Exactly. Yeah. And DMRs as well. Like if someone wants to use them. And plus, we have seen this new versatility. What some players do is, suppose they don't get a DMR or something, they would go for double AR, and one would be M16. That kind of acts like one DMR or something.
Exactly. You can the short reset time sort of helps you reset your aim and readjust and just be a little bit more precise for us. I mean, it is going to be fun to watch, but I would love to see some bolt action and it has been a while.
I mean, if that happens, that would be a good thing for sure. Yeah. And obviously, we would love to see how it gels down. Because even if you see someone onto the other side of the ridge, you take them down. Would you rush or would you not? Would you stay there? Would you try to take them? Because, see, if you knock someone down back to back with a bolt action, it's like it's their mistake that they are peeking from the same direction again and again.
Yes.
Plus, it's obviously you're making them waste their utilities. You are using one bullet. They are using the revival time. They are using the first aids. Their helmets going down, stuff like that. And
exactly. Plus, if you get a knock, the player goes down, the revive time, that's time wasted. The time it takes for the player to heal up, that is time wasted. And you can use that time to position yourself in such a way from which, if you get another knock, you can instantly just rush towards the team and just finish them off. So you have to look at the bigger picture in the sense, not just look at individual knocks and individual finishes. You have to look at the bigger picture as to how you are planning to execute that team fight, which I think is a little bit tricky on this map as well. All thanks to the fact as to how big it is and how difficult it is to actually charge in upon teams, even if you get a knock, because you are going for an open charge. There's absolutely no covers to protect you if you are caught off guard.
Exactly. That's where the change, actually happens when we are just talking about all these fights. We will be coming from a fast-paced map and just going on to a really slow starting map. Plus, I want to see how many teams just go to Los Lunas or Picaro or something like that, those areas, because again, Los Lunas are a really big area just to, just move forward from one direction to the other. But sometimes teams just don't go. We still remember yesterday, only Seal was the only team that just went to Los Lunas, and then they also rotated out because Laba and that was where the zone was, and the teams were trying to take up the fights on those areas. So we'll still have to see. Plus, there's one more thing. Will Max Legends go for another? Like, will it be, like, again, third time's another charm?
Exactly. Third time's the charm, but another charm. I mean, it is going to be quite interesting, but do you want to see how the teams stand right now in comparison to each other?
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. We would love to see the overall rankings, and here they are in front of us. So, Seal and Mark Penn, I mean, obviously, they're going to be sitting on the first and the second position since they have played 4 games, but look at Max Legends. Just 2 matches played. 53 points in the top 3 right now. 10 more points and they will take the first away from Team Seal. So if they get the chicken dinner in this match, Ocean, they will be in a really, really nice lead.
2 games, 2 chicken dinners. Placement points perfect, kill points good, total points 53 already in the top 3. And now this is where the other teams come down. Look at K49 with 2 games played. They are at 30 points, still like almost contesting top 10. And all those Team Bear, 1 good game, 1 bad game, still is putting up them onto this area. And if you're talking about 17-24, there are a few teams like talking about Team Savage, Team Squadrons, Mafia Gang, Russia. Like these teams have had 4 matches, but still like their performance yesterday did not reflect really well, so they are now going down from 17.
Well, dropping down from 17, we do see E2S, we do see ISSL, Savage Esports, OPMF. So these guys are really far behind, but they will have the opportunity to climb up and get some points for themselves moving forward in the matches.
Yeah, but then any team Disney, I mean, they'll have to, when they come back, they'll have to pick up the pace for sure. NRC as well. But on the other side, the other teams, as we saw, some teams are trying really good, but Max Legends, 2 games, top 3.
Yeah, 2 games, top 3, and well, it is going to be quite interesting to see can they do it again in this match. Because just like 10 points, Ocean, 10 points.
Alright, so imagine the situation. You spot a player, you knock him down, that's a player of Max Legend. you'll now have double thoughts. Should we go for the rush or should we not go for the rush? Because last game they held that compound as well.
Yeah.
There was a time when there was a bit of a disadvantage to them because the players were down. Still, they held that compound. That means if they can do that once, they can do it again. But, not every time is the same. But still, maybe we are speculating a lot. Maybe we are overthinking with the team strategies. That's obviously the team knows better. But the way this team is playing, that's on another level.
Yeah, it is. It is on a whole different level. And I mean, 3 chicken dinners back to back. It says it sets a statement. It's a testament for the rest of the teams. But let's not discuss or speculate any further because the match is live and the trajectory of the plane is going to be in front of us right now.
Well, Ruins Trailer Park is where we start off from, and now we can read the word ruins as well out here. We basically would not, but well, till Impala.
We read Uins.
Uins. I mean, okay, so Uins, starting from Uins to, and now let's see, Uins is also gone.
Uins is also
So starting from Trailer Park to Impala is where the circle, where the flight path is. You can see Los Leones, Pecaro, Hacienda, like good areas are El Pozo as well, El Asa. So this, except Chumacero, like for Chumacero, you might have to take up a vehicle from somewhere around the backside of Pecaro or something, but except that, every other place is in the contestation.
Yeah, it's a good trajectory. I mean, all the major drop locations are going to be available to you guys. We do see no chance already heading towards the El Pozo area. And apart from that, no other team has exited the plane so far. So look at this.
Yeah.
El Pozo to Power Grid, there's absolutely no one there.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true. But if anything, we will still see, how far can the fight happen? Well, no chance is going to El Pozo. That's one thing. And after that, exactly, we are going to be seeing no other team from Power Grid to Montenuevo to all those areas. But, well, Pecaro, I want to see what the teams do for Pecaro. But, well, hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
Talk about 15. We have 14 this time.
Well, 2 teams missing from the lobby this time. And it is quite interesting. That changes everything in Miramar. I mean, usually the map is slow. This time it's going to be slow. So, major action, I think it's going to occur post 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's also true. That's one thing. All right, so Max Legends, they are going to be going to the backside of Los Leones, if anything. That's a really good start for this team. If we just talk about this one, that's going to be one of the things to look out for. But Pecaro might be early contestations. Pecaro is where the fights might happen, and look at this carnage already going down. WMG onto the other side. 3 teams in Pecaro. That's it's different this time. We were talking about slow fights. Nope, no one wants slow fights.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong about this matchup. And 3 teams, it is going to be an interesting collision, especially considering the fact that the man, the myth, the legend, the sniper god himself, Dictator, is here. And all right, quite an interesting choice of weapons. Choosing a shotgun to go for a charge, and Dictator with a UMP in his hand would definitely prefer a bolt action right about now. I think OPMF, they are down 1 player already in this fight. WMG as well. K9, they have a few knocked off their own, but the revive should come in soon.
Probably it should, though, onto this one. Well, Spider, all right, a molly was thrown onto Spider's direction, but, it just reflected from that area, and it did go down, as we can just see. That's one other thing that just happened. Otherwise, Spider would have been a bit of a trouble. But, well, we'll still have to see how and what the players do, as they know that there is not just 1, not 2, but 3 total teams just, against each other in Pecaro's area. And once they'll understand, which teams where, they might just try and figure out a plan. Because, see, every team wants to wipe out the other team without, having any bad impact on them. That's one thing. But, well, Dictator goes down. Dictator has been taken down on this one, and another one might just go down. Yes, WMG is looking really good. And now Shotgun comes into the equation. Boom! One finish comes down out here. And there is the sniper guy. He goes down as well. So, shotguns are good guns now.
Well, shotgun in close ranges are definitely really good weapons. But E2S Hunter, he barely manages to survive and goes inside with the Vector, takes his opponent down. But ISSL, they have a lot more players over here. Jimmy right next to the wall with the M4. He takes down his opponent, but he goes down as well. So 2-2 trade coming in for both these teams. But Hunter and his teammate, they are going to be finished off since the backup is out in the open, and ISSL, they have the cover. But why do you let Teddy get so close? He's right next to the compound. The revive is coming in on the backlines, but Teddy is reviving Hunter as well. This is quite an interesting fight.
Exactly. But well, if we are still, talking about this one, I mean, EWS, they can just go and rush in. And it sounds like this is their plan. And ISSL might be in a bit of trouble as one more player just goes down. And now Eddie will have to look forward for this fight as well. But look at this, Lucifer onto the other side is trying to take that 1v1 onto himself. And now Hunter will have to just stay onto the backlines because he knows his HP is low. Then he either will have to heal or something. Jimmy, meanwhile, is putting up a first hit for his own self. But no, there's going to be a bad fight as Eddie might just go down. Switching on to Thompson, a really good weapon. One player has been taken down by Mehmet. And if Mehmet actually goes for a right stab, he might as well take down the entire team. But well, he has something different in his mind. Now Jimmy's moving up forward. All right, well, Hunter goes down and see this. ISSL wipes out E2S.
Well, E2S, they made a lot of mistakes in that fight, and ISSL made sure that they punished those mistakes. So we are already down to 13 teams in this matchup. But this fight is still going. WMG, they're trying to find their opponents. One team has managed to get away, one is still sticking around. And that is the team that you do not want in front of you. It is K49.
Well, the way it just happened, the way the fights did happen, I mean, it was a really fast pace fight. But well, if it is moving up forward, this Miramar is changing a lot of things. If we just, talk about this. Now, we were talking about bolt actions and DMRs. We did not see either of those. Instead, we saw what? Some SMGs and shotguns for the start of the fights? That just changes.
Yeah, that changes everything. I mean, this map was supposed to be the map of the long-distance battles, but no, this is a place where things are getting up close and personal, and everyone is fighting in the close distances. K49 still trying to spot out the players of WMG. Spider, his position was compromised, but Sengi and Harry, they are still managing to stay a little bit stealthy. I mean, Sengi especially, he's in the back lines right now. A lot of distance between him and the other players of K49. So it is going to be a 3 versus 3 situation between these two teams.
That is true. We'll have to see how, things just go down as Harry. All right, so he has 2 kills. Obviously, the team has 4. They did manage to wipe out one entire squad out in this situation. They did lose 1 player, and now circles will be forming up slowly and steadily. As you can see, the first zone will be just coming up as of now. There's a team at Puerto Paracio, so that team will be just, moving up forward slowly and steadily. And from Los Leones, Max Legends have also just started moving their rotation from one direction to the other, and they would like to get inside the circle in a good area, but they might face a backstab from Team Bear.
Well, the backstab might just happen, but it looks like Team Bear, they're going to go for a longer rotation. Also, quite an interesting positional play from the squad of 187. They have gone for Puerto Paracio, which is quite far away, I mean, on the other side of Los Leones. So it is going to be quite interesting because they won't encounter anyone up until they actually make it to the center of the circle, almost close to the center of the circle, unless one of the teams, either Bear or Max Legends, they decide to gatekeep and stay in the Los Leones area.
That is true. But well, we'll still have to see how the things just change in this one. As you can see, the players are still trying to take each and everyone down. Once they will be really close to each other, because that's the most important thing out for these fights and these situations. Now the game will be moving into a bit of a slot situation, and that slot situation might just be, the time for players to rethink, to reimagine, and to reinvent their own strategies if they just want to go for this one. Might not go for longer peaks or something. If they spot someone, might as well get a shot in the head. So the players and the teams will have to look out for those areas. Plus, it's one thing. It's Miramar. It's longer maps. You need to have at least 2 vehicles or something with you.
Exactly. Need to have those vehicles and need to be careful while using those vehicles as well, that you are rotating or moving close to the ridges. So in case you get shot up, you can easily go into the cover. But look at this. So squad number 16 will be in some trouble, as on the map we do see one of the players from the team of OPMF quite close to them. And Chekio, can he take this fight? It is going to be a 1v1 situation if Sir actually peeks him and goes to check that position all alone. But if his teammates are present quite close, Chekio, the best case scenario, pick up this 1 kill and run as fast as you can.
That's true, and now the airdrop has a Groza with an 8x scope as well. No combination ever, but still, it is just present there. I mean, alright. Talking about the good old times, I want to ask the audience, how many of you remember the old times when 8 times could be used on M4.
Yeah, that was really, really long ago.
Yeah, that was before, I guess, 0.5.0 update or something. People could do that. And after that, it was, I guess, Sanhok's edition as well, and everything did change after all those things. But, well, I mean, imagine, like, you could use these weapons in single tap as a DMR or something like that, right? So people were actually doing that. They could use M4 with different scopes and everything, AKMs with different scopes and everything, and could actually, you know, make the best out of that. That was one thing that used to happen. But, well, now, coming back to the game and everything related to this one, as you can see, onto the power grid area, there are two teams, if anything. Not exactly two teams, but you could see someone different. That's going to be from OPMF against this team, and this might be a bad news for the individual lad inside the compound.
He has been surrounded, and it was the worst case scenario that I was pointing out a couple of seconds earlier, and that is exactly what is happening for him. He's been surrounded by all the players from the opposing team, and I would just like to see, are they going to pick him off, or is he just going to be lucky enough that he hides and he gets away? But, well, no chance, in some trouble as they are being spotted out by the players of EA, and 1-1 trade coming in from both the teams. So they lose out on one player who was blown up, but they end up taking down Pinky Boy. Oh, they have spotted out Chenko.
Okay.
They've spotted out Chenko lying down.
I want to see what they do. Oh, they're just shooting.
Goes for the jump
they're
shot
going to
again,
do something different.
and he's dead.
Because they spotted him out and they were just sitting out there. I wanted to see if they do something different. You know, just use a pan or just throw it. I mean, I don't know.
Again, Ocean with the pan throwing.
I'm just saying.
Someone needs to throw a pan in a competitive game.
I'm just saying. Well, no chance players now. They have to move forward. Again, they lost one player in this one as well. But no chance has also been a consistent team. Even though they did not get any chicken dinners, obviously that's with Max Legends only. But previous game, they were in top 4. The game before that, they were in top 5. Obviously on 3rd position. So this team also needs to do something. But well, if we are just talking about the teams and the rotations, most of the teams, their first priority is to be inside the circle. And the other teams, their priority is to stop other teams from doing that. And that's where Team Bear versus Max Legends will be happening.
Alright, the top contenders again up in front of each other, and Max Legends out in the open. Jay, he's being shot at. This time Bear Zero is there, and well, he's shooting at the player that's really far away now. You can take down the one lad that is right in front of you. I mean, Smitha is right there. Marvel, even Marvel can take him down. Smitha has nowhere left to go, and the shots are coming in. The damage is being dealt, and Marvel takes him down. The finish is going to come in, and Max Legends are going to lose out on that one player.
Alright, well, this just happened. Bear Marvel is trying to spot Smitha onto the other side, and obviously that did happen, and now Max Legends might be in a lot of trouble just because of one thing, and that is that they did lose on one of the most important players, as Max Legends players were getting up a really good synergistic gameplay, which might start breaking. We'll still have to see what happens, but well, MPG, alright, so this team is also moving up forward with themselves. They are inside the circle, but the next circle will be forming up in just about now, and it does. In less than a minute, we're going to see another circle moving up forward, and that's where again things will be changing up. But look at this, EWM is up for grabs.
Well, it is up for grabs, and if you actually manage to get the 8x from the other drop, you're gonna be super happy.
I mean, that is totally true. That does happen out in this one. But well, there are a few teams still onto the sides of Pecaro, and they still are looking if they should move or not. K49 is also an important name in that one, and they also have to move up and forward. MPGX, alright, so players are also just moving Zesty Finisher and Wiz. You can see them just moving up from one direction to the other, but they are being backed. They like, it's a try and someone shooting on them, but still no results.
Yeah, up to no avail, but we did see some shots coming in quite close to them, so there was a fight that was breaking out over there, but 13 minutes into this match, down to 12 teams, 41 players still alive and trying to fight it out, which is quite a lot on this map of Wake India. I mean, it is a pretty big map, and just to have 12 teams in 13 minutes, that's quite a lot. In the later stages, I believe the action is going to get a little bit more intense, or maybe right about now if either one of these teams has a snipers, because well, the players from MPGX, they are in front of the players from OPX, and the ridge is the only cover that they have.
As of now, yeah, it is the only cover that they have. But, well, we still have to see how far can they just, go and move forward with all these things just right next to them, because they still have to look forward. They still have to see all the areas. Team Bear, again, just moving up forward onto their own sides, and they have to spot up a few players. DMR action might just come from Marvel. I mean, this guy is impressive with the M249. I want to see what he does with the DMR for his own self. That's only one of the things. So, again, we still have to see. The slot circle is still just out here, but Kazi, alright, he does the damage to Weekle. The opponents do the same to him. Well, Marvel takes down one out here, and the finish will be coming up from Prince, and that means 187 will have to look forward once again if they have to move from this area. It's going to be a bit of a tricky affair for all these players.
Well, definitely it is going to be a tricky affair. 187 against the players from the team Bear, Marvel and Prince. They have good amount of cover. I mean, Marvel has a ridge and Prince has an entire shack all to himself. But 187, they don't want to fight. They don't want to engage right here, and they back off completely from this situation. Marvel, he has a Mini 14. The DMR action is definitely going to be strong coming in from this lad.
Totally, it will be, but look at this. I mean, they're even trying to take those shots out here, obviously doing damage to the vehicle. That's one thing that they are trying, but still it just comes down to how much or how much can they do it in this one. Well, Nam is gonna just move forward, try and move forward alongside the teammates, because now the next circle will be calling for a safe spot, and they have to go and get that one right now. I'm gonna play by the edge of the circle. Sounds like a really good idea. Obviously, they have two players right now. Alright, so somewhere outside the circle, somewhere you can see an MK14 with an 8 times, and sounds like Toxin wants it.
Well, definitely wants it really badly, and it is the demon with the two faces. And on this map, I think both the faces are going to do a wonderful job for you. But so far, it is going to be quite an interesting situation, because the airdrop was visible from the position, and the players are going to try and keep an eye out for teams coming in from that direction. It is going to be an open area circle again.
La Benedetta again just moving on to those areas is what the circle is doing. I want to see how the teams play these circles, because no chance is being caught up into the rotation, and the center of the zone is empty. Team Bear, they might as well take up a fight against Sir, and obviously will be going for the finish, but I want to see what Joker does, because it's 1v1 as of
he just charges in.
And might be a bad news for someone. That was a really crazy shot, and now the finishes will be coming up.
Definitely. Marvel, he is marvelous with the way he plays. They've secured 4 kills, this team. And as you were saying about the central area, I mean, there's this high ground right there, right? And it is going to be really high priority location. But look at this. People are getting blown up.
I mean, that is something that was, just needed. Because if you are caught in the wrong rotation, you go down, your vehicle goes down, and everyone hears that explosion. And that changed a lot of things. But well, alright, Freedom is trying to spot the players. He did do a lot of damage out in this one, but still no. Oh my god! He took down 2 players.
They blew up someone a couple of seconds earlier. Now they have been blown up. It's just one player from the team of WMG who is surviving. And look at this. Bear, they are in trouble as well. EA right up next to them behind the ridge. They do have the sheds for the cover, but Armin and Xerox, can they survive? Oh, a good nade can actually do the job, take down 2 players and help them come out of the situation in a comfortable position. But they need to be careful, because they are right on the edge of the circle, and there are a lot of teams that will try to get in at this point.
Exactly. But right now, I mean, I want to see what Team Bear does in this one. They have 4 kills. Marvel needs a revive, and that's what should be the main priority of the players out in this one. K49 again is just moving up forward from one direction to the other, as that's one thing that they'll have to do. But Marvel still no revive coming on to him, so it might as well be a challenging thing. I mean, that's what Prince should look forward to. No chances moving up forward to this area. Marvel, he is just out there, but Kazi will go for the finish, and they lose on 1 player. Well, Pinky Boy is just onto the other side as well. He has to spot up a few players, and Hope is also trying to spot up a few players. And now, I don't know. If it's a wrong rotation, we can see another vehicle blast.
Yeah, we can definitely see another vehicle being blown up, and that is what we are talking about. But no, it wasn't a vehicle, it was a grenade that blew up the player in pieces.
Wow, that was good grenade. No one expected that. No one anticipated that, but that just happened. Team Bear, it's a two-man squad right now. Obviously, there's another player, but that's on to the other side, talking about Prince. But Arimun and Xerox are the two players that are taking the fight out here. So Xerox will have to see from the off angle, but well, Kazi takes down Fire God as well. Play zone ends WMG's gameplay, and Kazi will be finishing off that player as well. I want to see what happens as Kazi is just moving up forward, but Zoob is not. Alright, so now he does take up a shot, but it was a bit too late in these situations.
Well, and being a bit too late can mean that you are going to be in a lot of trouble. But oh no, Xerox, he's going to try and go for those shots. Arimun, he turns his vehicle and they're going to try and escape the entire fiasco. It is a fiasco. After all, they were caught off guard and they have been blown to bits and pieces, ladies and gentlemen, as Pinky Boy. He gets 3 kills after the 2 people he just, well, he decimated.
So vehicle blasts are the trend of Miramar. That's one thing that you can say that is happening exactly as we were just talking about this one. So K49 onto the other side again is just trying to spot up a few players if that actually happens. And well, Zell goes down by the opponents. The players will have to see if they can, you know, just go for revive. But look at Team Extra. All the players are still surviving really good.
Well, they are surviving, somehow managing surviving. And no chance on EA, the skirmish is still on. EA, they got a bit lucky. I mean, their opponents got distracted, but OPX, they pick off one of the players from Team MPGX, and that is going to be a wonderful position that they have put themselves in, especially considering that the players from ISSL are coming with the backstab. No chance. They have a good position, but they need to move themselves inside the circle as well. They are trying to gatekeep the players of EA. The shots come in with Kazi's Mini 14, and he takes one down. The other player, Pinky Boy, right behind him. He switches over to the M4. Goes for the spray. Kengzo, he has some backup with him. EA Rito, he's going to be caught off guard by Anka, and the finish off on the entire team is going to happen in just a matter of seconds.
Anka is an impressive player, if anything, but now we would love to see what ISSL actually does in this situation. They have to move uphill. That's one thing that they are doing right now. Oh, they are spotted. Mada is spotted actually out in this one. Is still surviving barely on those sliver of HPs. Now we'll go for the first aid. Yes, we'll have to, if anything. Well, Dilla again has spot down finisher, but that Ridge was almost helping unless it did try to take him down, and Until has been spotted as well. The players, I mean, this area, the circle is playing with the minds of these players.
Yeah, it is playing mind games with everyone. And especially the teams on the high ground, because if you get there early on, it's good for you, right? You get a lot of information, but if the circle moves away, it's going to be quite risky for you to actually get down from there. And look at this, the fight that's going to break out. No chance, ISSL. And there are 2 teams on the other side of the mountain as well. So it is going to be quite tricky for them to actually figure out in what order they want to finish these fights. Kazi with some nades being thrown. Samatha has been dropped down really low. Is going to be finished off by one of the nades coming in from Kazi. The other 3 players, Jimmy and the other lads, are on the back lines right now. It's 3 versus 3 situation. Bear Prince hiding in that shack can create so much chaos, can pick up so many kills if the players of No Chance could just run in unsuspectingly. But no, I think Kazi knows there's someone in there. The nade is going to be thrown. Prince, he jumps out, goes for the shots. He's going to be begged off, and that is Team Bear, ladies and gentlemen, taking an exit on the 9th position.
No Chances looking different right now, but look at this Max Legends. The players are in a bit of trouble onto the other side, but this No Chance is incredible. This No Chance is impressive. This No Chance is dominating. This No Chance is actually demolishing the competition. That is just out. Look at Kingzo again, has spotted another one. Might as well just take him down. No, he tried good though. Now let's see if they can or cannot just repeat the same thing again and again and again. Max Legends, meanwhile, gets eliminated. We will be having a new winner in this game.
Yeah, a new team with a chicken dinner coming in, and I think it can be Team No Chance. They have been doing really well for themselves. 8 kills already being secured, a wonderful position in the circle, and if the circle keeps moving in their direction, they can definitely turn this game into their favor.
This he was on really low HP. Like he actually did go down in the one final moment. Well, K49 players are again in a lot of trouble, and Kingso meanwhile just say is taking down player by player by player. The finish did not come up right now though, but well, he will try to go for this one. On to his SSCs again on low HP. He goes down by Kazi this time. All right. No chance again is looking brilliant.
Well, they do look brilliant. A lot of skills coming in, but look at this. Oh my god, Winter. He is picking off the players of 187. And the smoke was actually a giveaway, but now they are stuck in that shack. One nade, and they're going to be finished off. Kazi, he's trying to watch his back as well. No chance with 3-man squad. 9 kills already being secured. Down to 16 players alive, and everyone is trying to fight for the control of the slope. Utility is going to be so important. Oh no, the nade comes in towards the players of K49, but it's a bit long. It helps them survive.
It helps them survive though, but survival is not with Cardinals, as Cardinals is just bleeding out. Alright, he should be getting a revival sometime soon though. I mean, Winter is still on to the outskirts of this area and having an AUG in the hands. Might as well take up a really good fight, but oh, that was a good nade again against the players out here. But now Winter needs to heal up or either take up a fight. That's only one of the things that they have to do. We'll still see how that just happens as Naim is moving up forward alongside Napu as well. So somehow the players will have to see what they do, but no, Winter goes down, Reaper goes down, K49 gets eliminated.
Well, they do get taken out a little bit earlier on than expected, and that brings us down to 6 teams, ladies and gentlemen. No chance, still fighting it out to get the chicken dinner for themselves. 187 right in front of them. Kazi, he did a wonderful job of just going out, tossing out one grenade, and then just falls back right inside the cover. Alright, we have another exit. It's Scoff 97 that have been taken out and eliminated from this game. No chance. Akai using the slow-bo. He spots out Lucifer. He's going to go for the shots, but Lucifer ducks down inside the cover right in the nick of time. But now, since the position has been given away, Akai with one nade can finish him off. Is this going to be precise?
He knows.
He brings him down low.
He knew what he had to do, and that was a good nade. Look at MK14 in the hands of Toxin, and the players, like, obviously they are really close to each other though, but it's just one thing. Now the grenades is again on Lucifer from one direction and the other. Whose grenade will take him down? Alright, it was Toxin and his grenade taking Lucifer down.
If you don't have cover, might as well just become the terrain. So we do have these two players from the same team, and they have the MK in their hands. They're using bushes as cover in this one. No solid cover, just like trying to become one with the nature. His teammate, who made the mistake of getting out in the open, has been finished off. Toxin, one nade after another. He's trying to go after the players of MPGX, and he's going to be spotted out, and he gets finished off by Finisher.
I mean, 9 meters was the distance between him and the circle, so he had to go out, come what may. But look at No Chance. No Chance has no team behind them. They have every fight in front of them. They can take down 187. I mean, 187 has also been a really consistent team if we have to just talk about this one. But MPGX, this is going to be a really important game for that team as well. It's a 3 versus 1 versus 3 situation. And that is a really good smoke. That's a fake smoke just onto the right-hand side in the open. No one's going to be out here, out there. So that's a really good smoke just popped up onto that direction. But well, we'll see what Naim actually does in this situation as he puts up one smoke on him and one onto the side. And everyone will be looking, onto this direction like who is trying to come into that area. Naim does take down one with the help of that fake out that he actually did. Finish onto the other side, takes down Anka as well. Now No Chance might be in a bad situation. 2 players are down, and that was not supposed to happen, but yes, it did.
Yeah, Anka coming back to Kazi. The revives are going to come in for this team as well. No Chance. And since they know where Naam exactly is, they can toss a couple of nades in his direction and try and finish him off. Down to these 3 teams. And it is a 3 versus 1 situation. But MPGX, they have the highest probability of winning this game. Oh no, that's a bad spot for Kazi to be in. Droll can definitely spot him out quite easily.
That is a bad spot, but look at this. The shots were coming in. Does damage of 18, 18, and 18. 3 shots were connected, but they are trying to see something if an airdrop has something or not. That's one of the most important things. Cause good grenade was on him. He's low on HP, but now he's gonna burn. He's gonna burn down by finisher. And now more and more throwables are out there, but Anka and Naim are really close to each other. Anka goes down. Kings is the last one surviving, but for how long? Anka needs a revive, but MPGX is moving up forward, ending the game. No chance on second. MPGX, they get this win with 8 kills.
Well, an amazing performance, a really good show of patience from this team of MPGX, and it was quite incredible the way they actually played this one out, because that final fight was really intense, especially the way No Chance was holding their ground. I did not expect the players to actually survive this long, and especially, I mean, kudos to the lad from 187, Naim.
Yeah, that is totally true the way it actually happened and the way the fights were happening. The open area. All right, forget the opening. Right from the start, the start, when everything happened in Picardo, no one expected that. The fights just started landing.
Yeah, the fights were happening one after the other, just right after landing, and it was incredible. I mean, I expected Miramar to go really slowly based on, like, we just had, like, what, 14 teams in here, and even with that 187, they are playing with a 3-man squad today. So it was an interesting one, but moving things forward, I mean, it is going to be quite interesting to see that individual who is the MVP of this game. Who is it going to be?
Exactly. I would love to see who is the MVP, who are the top players, because No Chance did really good. Yeah. 187 did really good. Talking about all those things.
I think someone from No Chance, definitely.
Probably. It might just happen. Plus, you know, the like, if we're just talking about this one, the fights were good. The composure of some players were good. The vehicle blasts were good. Those happened.
Exactly. A lot of vehicles. In fact, I think 4 to be a little bit more precise. 4 vehicles blown up, and with one, the worst of it was, I think, WMG got the worst of it. They lost. They lost most of the players through the vehicles being blown up. That is how the Major League, the team got wiped out. But, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to MPGX. They got an amazing match for themselves.
That's true. The fights did actually happen in a really good sense. And if we're just talking about everything after the fights, I mean, you guys saw the fights for sure. We saw the fights for sure. Yep. But now it's just one thing. We were thinking that Max Legends might as well just win this one, but that did not happen. That means now teams are emerging.
Yeah, the teams are definitely emerging, and now let's have a look at the MVP of this game, ladies and gentlemen, and here it is. It is Ghazi from the team of No Chance. And 6 kills coming in, 1057 damage, 27 minute, 18 second survival time, 2 assists, and healing done is 167. So a good overall performance, I have to say.
I mean, obviously 167 healing and 1000 plus damage. Those are good numbers. You did not get a lot of damage on you, but you did dish out a lot of damage when it was needed, when it was supposed to be there, and you did that. Like, we talk about aggression, we talk about control aggression and everything. This guy had it all.
Yeah, this guy had everything that he needed, and it was required, but a little bit extra something was required for them to actually secure the chicken dinner. But now let's move forward and have a look at the top players of this game, ladies and gentlemen. And here they are, Kazi sitting on the first, finisher from MPGX on the second. Then we have Kengzo from Team No Chance on the third with 3 kills, and then we have Marvel from Team Bear on the fourth.
Yes, these are all the players. Talking about No Chance, over 27 plus minutes of survival time. That's impressive by these players. MPGX, obviously, they were looking really good. All these players were looking really good for themselves. So yeah, I mean, talking about teams that were in top 3, they were really good. I would say top 5. Because if you remember, toxins, grenades and everything, those were happening with an MK movement and as well. Obviously, the circle was not favoring them, but they were almost one with the nature.
Yeah, they were one with the nature, and it was something that they needed. They had the demon with the 2 faces as well. Let's have a look at the rankings of this match, the standings of this match, and see the points that were collected by the team. So, No Chance, they might have missed out on the chicken dinner, but they do get 23 points.
Wow, 11 kills coming up for that team. That's impressive. And MPGX, obviously, the chicken dinner did come their home, and it was with 8 kills. 187, again, really good performance. They have good numbers for themselves. They are third. ISSL, that was a good team, but all right. So we don't have 15th and 16th. Obviously, no team. Those teams did not come out here to play. But talking about the other teams, Max Legends, they had a bad outing in this one.
Yeah, they definitely
Just got 1 point.
weren't able to live up to the expectations that we had set for them after the first 2 games. But I mean, it makes sense, right? You can't. It is really hard to get chicken dinner in matches back to back.
I mean, that's true though. But we were, when we were seeing the overall rankings, we were saying, they were the 3rd position. They just need 10 points just to get to the top. So it's like if they get in the next one, then obviously they will be on the top.
See, but had they done it in this one, the opportunity was them to extend the lead even further and just pretty much secure the first position for themselves. But they failed to do that, and now in the next match they can potentially take the first position away from the team that's leading the charge. But now let's move forward and have a look at the Oppo moments once again, ladies and gentlemen, of this game.
So this is where the fights actually started happening, and the shotgun finishes, those were good. I mean, we were seeing something different as we were hoping, and that is one thing that did just happen. And talking about this fight, I mean, ISSL, the way they actually, held down to this fight, that was impressive. The Thompson's meta, it's still in the contestation. That's one really good thing. And this is where, one solo player did go down. And now after this, I guess we might just see a few vehicle blasts, something that were happening, because after this fights, players were onto the rotations and whatnot. The vehicle blast did come down, so those things might as well be on the list.
Yeah, we might get to see those. Yeah, there it is. There is WMG, just 2 players being blown up. The first one also, they lost in a vehicle blast. It was just one individual that tried to survive. Team Bear was also, they fell down to vehicles being blown up mid-rotation. This was an interesting moment. No chance, Kazi completely committed to taking that one knock.
That is true. That is totally true. But well, just as we were looking forward with all these things and whatnots, there were a few things to just think about and just to look around. You can see a few players still trying to get the best out of it. But look at this, Kazi. One bad Molotov obviously did take him down, and he never expected that. He thought like he'll be safe out there, and obviously everyone would be having that first thought that we'll be safe out in this area. But obviously the throwable game, it kind of shifts the momentum sometimes.
Yeah, it can shift the momentum, and you need to make sure that the momentum is always in your favor, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, if you are letting the other teams have it, they are going to carry it forward, and they will take the chicken dinner, take the points, and move forward in the standings. Once again, just two teams from here, from this Wildcard South Asia region, will be moving forward to PMPL South Asia Season 3. So there's a lot on the line, not enough slots, and the teams will definitely be in a death match to try and figure out who moves forward from here. It is going to be a deathly battle, I mean, between these lads. As we were saying, huge expectations were there from the team to I really wanted to see them put up like a 10-point lead against Team Seal, but now in the next match that can only happen if they get a chicken dinner.
That's true. That can only happen in that one particular form. But for that, obviously we'll have to see the next match, how it actually goes down, what goes on down in that match, because that match is going to be one of the most important matches to settle today's day. Everyone, once they'll go back, they'll see what they did right, what they did wrong. It will come down after that match's discussion only, because that is your final look in the face with the game.
Exactly. One last game to see, can Max Legends take the lead away? One more thing. Can other teams catch up to Max Legends? That is also a big thing.
That's obviously a big thing. If a team actually has to do that, they might as well have to do what this team did in the first Erangel. That was a really good kill game. Double 17 kill game. If a team can do that, obviously it's a good thing.
It is definitely going to be a good thing. What do you guys think? Are Max Legends going to take away the... will they be able to take the lead away from Team Seal? Because, well, let's have a look at the overall rankings right now. And here they are.
Let's see which team is close to them. No chance. Look at this. No chance is actually coming up close.
Ooh, right behind them. 54 and 47.
All right. I want to ask the audience now. Which team will end their day on a better note? Will it be No Chance or will it be Max Legends? Because both the teams are actually close to each other.
And look at this. So, Seal 9, they're sitting on the first position with 63 points with just one chicken dinner to their name. Markpen, they have absolutely no chicken dinners on the second. Max Legends have 2 chicken dinners and are third in the standings.
That's the thing, right? That's the thing. The team is still in the momentum of playing.
Yeah.
And that's one more thing. 187, obviously, this game was a decent one for them. They have had 3 matches. They are looking decent. But now let's talk about the teams that might be in a bit of a trouble, right? Because if we are talking about this one, obviously, you have to showcase your best of the best gameplay if you want to make your way forward. And right now, ISSL, Noob Alliance, they are on the 17th position till Team WMG on 24th. Obviously, some of these teams are playing their matches. 25 to 31 is a different story altogether. As you can see, a few teams, they are still trying to have the best of their games.
Well, they are trying to make sure that the matches that they have remaining are to the best of their abilities. Because you miss out on one match, you miss out on the points of that.
You miss out on the opportunity.
Exactly. That I mean, SDZ Esports, they missed out on the last game, right? And I think it could be detrimental to the standings that they have in the future. So we'll have to see how the teams perform in the rest of the matches that they have to play. They need to make sure that they cover up the points they missed in this one in the next few games.
Exactly, that's totally true. That's the way that they would want to do it, if anything. And we'll obviously have to see how these teams just plan everything out. If it just comes down to the planning, and if it just comes down to all the executions, because one more game.
Exactly, one more game. But before that, we're going to take a very short break. So you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We will be right back. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2021 Wildcard South Asia Region. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined at the desk by Ocean Sharma. And now it is time for us to step into the battleground one last time for today, because it is match number 4 that is about to begin really, really soon.
Exactly, that's going to be Erangel, and we are straight away going into the game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Starting from Milta Power to the back end side of Katka is where the flight path is. Pochinki, Shelter, Milta, Prison, good areas are going to be out here. If teams want to go military base, they can, but judging by the previous experience, I guess no one likes military base yet, because no one goes there.
Yeah, no one goes there apart from a few teams. I mean, we don't see the usual number of teams that we would like to see there. But where is the circle going to be? That is going to be one of the bigger questions, more important than which team is going to go to the military base. So far, in the early stages of the game, 187, they have decided to go towards Lipovka again. ISSL, they are dropping down to the Milta Power. Bear, along with another team, they are going towards the Milta City, which is going to be quite interesting. All right. So this is going to be a trajectory that is on the central part of the map, and it sort of allows you to drop on all the major drop locations quite evenly. You can go to Yasnaya. I mean, you will have to take a vehicle to go there. You can go to Rozak School. Pochinki is going to be there. Georgopol is going to be there. North Georgopol, you might have to take a short little drive for that. Novorepnoy is going to be within your reach. You can go to the military base quite easily. But again, Ocean, as you so wonderfully pointed out, absolutely no one likes to go to the military base, and it remains the same in this match as well.
This always happens in the circle this time. All right, it's on a really good area. I mean, you can see the central area of the map being surrounding the south circle. So the teams at Yasnaya will be in a really comfortable position if we just have to talk about this one. And if you're talking about the teams that are actually inside the circle, they will find a lot of time to just loot and maybe just move slowly and steadily if it just comes down to them. Meanwhile, let's have a look at Georgopol and the areas behind Georgopol, because that's where the fights might happen. Look at SCMZ. 2 players on the backsides of Quebec, 2 players on the backsides of Georgopol.
This is going to be a really risky situation for these lads, and it might just backfire completely if the players get caught off guard. So they need to be super careful as to how they approach this matchup. On the other side, look at the players from Max Legends again heading towards the northern part of the map, and this team starts off really slow. They take their time, they go to a place where they know they won't inquire, they won't come across the other teams that much. And then they start off with their loot and then move on to the fights to the later stages of the game, which I think for them it works out really nicely.
Yeah, that is true. That is true out on this one. But, well, if we are just seeing a few teams, you can see a team, and that's Max Legends, just moving on to the Severny side, and they would like to start right from up north into the circle. But, well, what do we have here? Joker Hero is trying to spot up the players, E2S, and if they spot someone, they might as well take this fight against their opponents, but it will be a risky one as E2S is also ready for its opponents.
Yeah, both the teams are ready to step into the action already, and Hete, he has the Mini 14. Joker actually managed to take down Eddie, and that is going to be the opening that they need. Hunter is going to try and protect his teammate, but look at this. So squad number 16, Joker from one side, God from the other, and Hunter is going to be spotted out, but he runs up to the first floor. Oh no, I doubt Joker this earlier on in the game he's going to have a grenade on him.
Well, might be difficult though, but if anything, would just like to run onto the area. And look at this! Joker is looking impressive right now. We'll go for the finish as well. And now E2S will have to think. I mean, obviously they cannot just take a fight from this area because they are just 2 players now. But what Firegod did is just he punched his opponent down to a crate, and now E2S is in a bit of a troubling situation. Those 2 players might just have to rethink what else they can do, because obviously they cannot take this fight anymore. Obviously they can if they want to, but you know, if they knock someone down, then rushing is going to be a different story altogether.
Definitely, it will be a different story, and you have to be careful as to how you approach a rush, how you approach a charge now with just 2 players. So I think charges for them will just look like third parties. They will have to third party fights. They will have to pick off the teams that are already distracted with other skirmishes, with other teams, with other players. And that is how E2S can actually try and pick up kills for themselves. Or other than that, if they can actually make it, if they manage to make it to the later stages of the game, that is when they can try and pick up kills.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But we'll still have to see how it just goes down on to the other things as we are still gonna and try to see the situations. But well, Joker Hero again has to move forward. Got 2 kills. Obviously opened up a good balance for the team, if anything. And all right, so are they discussing something or what? What? All right. So he was just picking up the Uzi. I mean, they just sat right next to each other. I was like, are they discussing something or what is happening? Okay. So he just gave one of the guns to his teammates. But I want to see what E2S and those 2 players do, because obviously they will be in a bit of a trouble right now. Look at this. Hedy does not even have a helmet.
Well, no helmet on them, and it all comes down to the fact that as soon as they landed, they were thrown into the action. A team picking off the players, their priorities changed. Priority went from looting to surviving, and they're trying to survive. But squad number 16, they want to hunt them down. The chase is on, ladies and gentlemen. 2 vehicles after the 2 players that are left from E2S and Joker and Hero. And I mean, this is going to be so brutal. Are they actually going to manage to get away? I don't think so.
No.
All right, what did they trick them?
I mean, probably that is a different equation. We'll see what actually is in their mind in a few seconds, right? Because they were just really close to each other, and then now E2S is on to a different direction, and now this team as well is on to a different area. Probably will be thinking let's just go to the circle first. That's a priority. A good area inside the circle. Obviously they were in the circle, but let's just go to a good area inside the zone.
Well, that is a thing they need to prioritize. Number 1 priority is going to be a good area in the circle, because if you are short on players, better just get in there as fast as possible and hold your ground if you can manage to do that.
Yeah, that is totally true. But well, we'll see what else are they thinking about all these areas. All right, well, Max, just that was a misfire, if anything. But they have a good area of school for themselves. But they will have to look forward to the apartment side, because there's a team onto the apartments area as well. You can see it's the team that we have seen right now that has been looking really confident, because they had those 2 kills. But now these 4v4s might be another tricky affair.
Well, it is going to be a tricky situation over here. So squad number 16, they are coming in with a good momentum, having already taken down 2 players from a totally different team. But now this fight against the team of MES, it's going to be a little bit tricky. They need to be careful. So school versus the school apartments. Usually it takes a while for the fight to break out, and it has to be forced on by a third-party catalyst, a team coming in, or the circle just moving completely away from both these teams. And until that catalyst kicks in, the fight won't happen.
Exactly, it won't happen until that catalyst actually just kicks in for the reaction, and if it happens. But well, we'll see how that happens. But look at Brad. All right, Brad can actually spot down the players of Team Bear and can take at least 1 down under the rotation, because all the 4 players of Team Bear have individual vehicles, so they cannot shoot back, if anything. But I guess they are deciding to go for something else, probably a decent rotation for themselves. And WMG's Brad is also just trying to look from left to right and center for his own self. Well, Harry's onto the other side. Hunter is someone that was just sitting around, and Team Bear, they are moving up onto the backsides of Yasnaya, Poliana, probably gonna go to the gas station and the bridge. They might as well just cross that area or something like that. And Marvel is really far away from his team, and they might want to enter that area. But well, Kipo Incarnates is on to the other side, and Sengi has spotted down the players, though. Well, just spotting down is a different thing, and then just taking up the fights, it's going to be a secondary thing for them. And WMG's Brad again. So this team will have to be a bit more cautious, because previous games they were decent for them. They need 1 good game for themselves.
Well, they definitely need 1 more good game, because imagine, I mean, first day you come and you get 2 back-to-back chicken dinners, take the first position away from a team that has everything being done right by them. I think it's going to be a good momentum for this team, for Team Max Legends. But they definitely need to be careful, and it is going to be quite interesting. But talking about WMG, the team that you were referring to, WMG, I mean, recovery is going to be hard for them, I believe, since what happened in the last game and the games that happened that went out before. But talking about things going out, it is the players of 187 that are going out.
Yeah, I mean, Lazwin's really good Car 98 headshot did just connect out there, but they cannot rush. I mean, that's going to be a different. But look at this. Again, so this is what I was talking about, right? So the players, even if they spotted up a few players, they just let them go. So they don't want to break the momentum. That's one thing.
So correct me if I'm wrong. WMG, the last time we saw them, I mean, it was a different style of play they brought to the table. And this time, things have slowed down from them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That you should not break your momentum by being in the lobby and being a bit onto the slow side. Also, what is happening out here?
I think just talking to his teammates.
Okay.
Just planning things out. Planning out for the future.
Probably waiting for the teammates to just get into something. So Max Legends and No Chance. We still have that contestation, right? Which team will end up on top? Because that is also one of the most important things, because both teams are really close to each other. But look at this MPG. They are trying to spot down their opponents. And there it is. Well, Draw and takes down one player from OPMF. And now is the time for revival. You cannot open in the you cannot rush in the open. That's one thing. But are they choosing for it? No, or it's the finisher is just taking his vehicle to a safer side.
I think they're just gonna choose to hide and just stay safe over there. And a vehicle finally arrives for this team, squad number 16. As we were saying, I mean, Server just standing there, but he's finally moved up to a different floor. So they're going to try and get in and move to a better area, because as we were talking about it, this fight between them and the team in the school compound, it's never going to break out. There's too much distance. The charge in is going to be too risky, even if they manage to get a knock. But talking about things dropping down, we have two airdrops, the double airdrops coming in. One of them has the Groza and the level 3 kit in that. What about the other one?
Well, we'll see. I mean, double drops is obviously like a good bonus if you just want to, use it and go for this one. We'll see how that happens. But anyways, alright, so they lost the two players early in the game, and now they have only these two players, as you see, Hari and Rain. But can they take the fights? I mean, they did try and get one kill for themselves. Hari did go for that one, but well, fights happening. Yeah, exactly. It's happening onto the other side as well.
Yeah, it's in the school apartments. The player in the school apartments actually got picked off. But on the other side, MPGX, they are causing trouble for the players of OPX as well. They take down one more player. So they are getting knocks again and again and again. But they can't commit to the fight.
Yeah, they cannot rush in the open. That's one thing. That's just a gamble that it is. And again, it's like getting your opponent's utilities wasted. That's one thing that they are doing really good, if anything. Well, you can see again, E2ST TM7's players were just onto the other side as well. Well, EA Extras players onto this side as well. And Psycho takes down Harry onto the direction of the fight. But still, we are down to 12 minutes and 30 seconds into this game, and we still have all the teams surviving. I mean, we started off with 15, we have 15.
Yeah, again, I mean, start off with the same number and still down to the same number, but a few individual players have been picked off. That's the only thing that has changed. All the teams are still here, but the number of players has gone down. And out of which, I mean, E2S are in the worst position possible. They have been spotted, but no, let me change my statement. MPGX Drawlin, he draws a line through his opponent with the car that he is driving. The man survives. The man manages to get away with barely any HP on him. And manages to get a vehicle knock.
Yeah, he did get a vehicle knock, but now he knows that they should. You can understand this. He went in for scouting that area, and now he's coming back because all the teammates now they know that you should not go there. Although they could have actually rushed there and they would have won that fight. They would have won that fight, but well, obviously does not want to take any sort of not so safety measure out on this one. That's why they just ran away. Meanwhile, out at finisher, his vehicle was low on the HP side, so now they're going to be moving up a bit backwards. OPMF's players are again just moving up forward, and they'll be trying to find up a good area for themselves. Obviously, they have vehicles and a good cover of that miniature ridge for themselves. Meanwhile, Mexus is trying to spot someone, and that is going to be team of Max Legends that he spots down.
Yeah, it is going to be quite a tricky situation to take down those lads. They have had a good momentum going for themselves so far in this tournament, and it is quite an intense team to fight off. But everyone in this game has slowed down. All the teams have found for themselves the perfect hiding spots. Sam going for those shots. The opponent was inside some cover, so no luck over there.
No luck over there in that one. I guess might have been a glitch or something that he was just, able to see or something like that. But
I think he peeked up. He
peeked
spotted
up
him.
That's the head glitch that just happens. So that's with that particular things or something. That's a thing. So now 15 minutes. Or into the game, and we'll still have to see how that just actually happens. So that's only one of the things. And right now, just as we were saying, circle goes down the backside of Yasna. That's where the zone is going up. WMG is inside the circle, and you can see a few other names as well. But still, we still have a bit of like in a few minutes. Hell's gonna break loose onto the southern side of Yasna Polyana.
All hell is going to break loose, and it is going to be super fun to watch. I mean, it's going to make the wait worth it, Ocean. We've been waiting for a lot of time for intense action to be there, but now finally we're going to get to see it. As soon as the blue zone touches the play zone and we have the next circle, because the teams will start rotating, and the center of the circle is going to be the highest priority. But where's the circle going to go? And it is out in the open, the southern side, as Mr. Sharma predicted right here. K49 smack in the center of it.
Well, yes, they are. But now the most important thing is teams rotations. The teams that are not inside the circle, they'll have to rotate as soon as they can. And now they are going for it. 40 more seconds. And then the zones are going to be biting them, because that's where the main damage of the circle just starts up. But well, play zone takes down players now as it just starts. But well, ISSL is taking up the fights again. MPG onto the side taking off fight as well. KOF 97 gets eliminated onto the other side as where the fights were happening. And now K49, you can see these players out here, and they are trying to take those fights against MPG, as they will have to, just spot up a few players down. They have a good area inside the circle. All they have to do is just defend this one.
Yeah, they just have to defend it, but it sounds easy, but it's going to be real difficult. Marvel gets spotted out in the open, and well, Lazwin, he goes for a lot of shots from the assault rifle, misses a lot of them, switches over to the bolt action. All right, so Chargers are coming in from every single direction.
Oh, it's difficult out here, but look at that. Reaper takes on Dilla onto this situation as well, and now we'll have to see how the fights just, increase with their own pace, as the players will be just ready for this one. Now they have to be ready. Now they have to be ready for the fights for themselves, and that's going to be one of the things. But well, for BMF, it might be a tricky situation for this team, as Jimmy has the crosses out there. Is this an open commitment? All right, it's not. But Team Bear might as well just get these kills. I mean, they are looking good with their throwable game.
Yeah, this is going to be a commitment in the open area right now. Bear, Marvel, and Prince. The nade lands perfectly. OPMF in a lot of trouble. Dictator is going to be stuck in a shack. Sog going for another nade. The vehicles are going to be blown up. OPMF in a lot of trouble. And I think the team is just about done. But no, they answer back. They fight back. And Marvel is going to be taken down.
All right, well, they are trying to go for this one. Is that a nade? Is that a nade? Prince, is that a nade? You gotta be careful. Onto the other side, as the throwable game is once again strong out in these directions. But, well, what's going to be happening? I mean, Prince will have to move forward, because he is already overcommitted to these areas right now. Whilst the revival was arriving on Marvel, and Marvel has been revived out now. So now it just comes down to one thing, and that is, how far can you take this fight? I mean, he did try, has 5 bullets only. Can't take one play down. All right, well, Arimun does the job for him, and now it's down to one thing, and that is, can they just go and finish it out? And yes, they can.
That was the worst time to leave your teammate. As soon as he got in the buggy and he left, his teammate got picked off.
I didn't understand either.
Yeah, same. Because it was, I mean, Team Bear are going to pressure you down. You have to force that fight. Plus, Prince is exposed. One good nade, or at least a Molotov close to the shack, pulls him back, and then you can finish him off. Multiple possibilities for the team to take that fight, but no. Max Legends, they get eliminated.
Well, they do get eliminated. That means No Chance does have a chance out in this one to, topple them down for the overall rankings or something. We'll talk about that, obviously, once the fights will be happening and once the fights will end. But look at Extra. Like, the plays that they have to get inside the circle. But once they do get inside the circle, that would be a tricky affair for them. But look at the Psycho is low on HP. Jelly as well, as he will go down. 4-shot, did not have any first aids, did not have anything. Play zone does take him down. And this is the last one for Eri. Sam has 5 5 bandages. Might as well just use it once he reaches inside the circle. Can he make it inside the circle? No, he cannot. Alright, the last one surviving. He has to get inside the circle. He does not have any HP on his own self as well. Can he make it? Can he make it? Yes, he makes it. Ooh. He makes it barely, but he does not have anything except for 1 energy drink, and his teammate just has 5 bandages.
Oh man, SDMZ again. This is the second time the blue zone is putting them in a lot of trouble. The first time was on Sanhok when they tried to make a push, and well, they were in a trouble. They got caught off guard in Sanhok on a bridge, and they ended up getting picked off. But it was Jelly who came to the rescue. This time as well, the players have been taken down, and they're somehow managing to survive. Oh no, the shots come in from No Chance Cocktail, and he takes down Unknown. He's going to be finished off, and the point has been secured. So OPX, they are in some trouble right now. A fight coming up against the players of No Chance. A 1-1 trade came in, but look at this. EA Mexes. Oh, he saw his feet. He saw his feet. Go back in and shoot that man.
All right, now he sees him, and there's the elimination. Well, Mexes, that was brilliant. That was brilliant by this individual. But well, the fall damage is actually happening, so that's one of the things. But if you're just talking about the other things, you can see it's like 12 teams are surviving right now, and 30 players are still alive, and another one might just go down right now. Oh, that was close. Switches the gun, but it was all in vain.
Yeah, it was all in vain. But at least, hey, they still managed to stay alive, right? So far, OPX, they've managed to get themselves 3 kills, but it is the fact that they are out in the open that could lead them to their demise. They have to move inside the circle, which is going to be really hard considering the fact that MPGX is right in front of them, and there is another team, K49, in the distance, so they have to be extra careful.
That is true, that is true. We still have to see what happens when the fights are going to be just, onto the verge of ending. But, well, Rich needs a revival. That will just come out by Mexes right now. So that's one of the things for sure. But onto the other side, we still have to see how these 25 players, make or break their way as the zone progresses.
Exactly. I mean, you can either make your way or break it, but only you get to decide what is going to happen.
Yeah.
Your actions will lead to the results, and you're going to have to face the maker after that. But OPX, look at this. The players have been knocked down right in front of them. A good nade and a squad wipe can come in their favor, but they have to take the risk of getting up and throwing that grenade. All right, so Toxin. We did see him do some wonders in the map of Miramar with grenades exactly, but OPX, they move in and Toxin gets picked off. So it's just one player from the squad of OPX who remains alive in this game, and it is Minisif right behind Toxin.
Well, that did just happen, but look at the grenade. Toxin goes down by that grenade. Obviously, will be finished. He was knocked down, but now it's down to Munsef, and what's going to happen? Look at this. All right, so players are moving up really close to each other. Oh, Munsef, he might be in a lot of trouble or not. The smoke. Look at Munsef. Munsef can spot one player who's really close to him, but does he know the exact location? He does put down the pan, does put down the clothes though. He has to look onto the left. He has to look onto the left-hand side. I mean, that's one thing. Weekle came, Weekle went. He did not do anything. He might have taken that 1 kill or something, but will he do? Will he do this? Will he do this? Will he do this? He's still here. He's still up. The opponent is right next to him. There it is. One knock comes down. One finish comes down. All righty then.
I mean, why are you just going for the knock? Go for the instant finish. You're the last player for your team. You don't have the opportunity of baiting out the other players. I mean, he does finish him off. 2 kills coming in. Kudos to the lad, after all. And now he gets himself inside the circle. Just 12 more meters to go.
These 12 meters are going to be the most crucial ones. You can make it or you cannot, because last time what happened is there was one player with 9-meter distance away from the circle, and that was Toxin only, and that was a mistake. But now, alright, he spots another one, takes one down. Dictator is in a bad spot, but now it comes down to More. Can More spot him? Alright, he spots on More as well. They try to go for a few shots, but now everyone is looking at his direction. He took up a fight against 2 teams. One is MPGX and one is OPMF. So 2 teams against 1 player. And that is a troublesome situation.
It is going to be a troublesome situation, especially for Minisef, considering he has been surrounded completely by the other players. OPMF right next to him. A nade was tossed in his direction. He drops down to 50% HP. His armor is gone, but he knows where the shots are going to come from in the future. Oh no, Minisef is going to be in so much trouble. The opponent right behind him, he caught up and was running in his direction, but I mean, the lad is pretty lucky. They back off.
That is true. But well, in the situation you can see, well, Sengi's out there. He does take him down. But Sengi is onto the back end side. We are down to 4 teams right now. You can see WMG with 9 points, but same goes for MPGX. I mean, they have 3 players surviving, K999. But I want to see what OPMF OPEX actually does in this situation as a solo survivor for the situation. So it's going to be a bit of a tricky affair, but it is what it is right now.
Well, it is what it is, but what is going to be in the end of the match? That is the big question. Who is it going to be left standing in the end of the match? Because MPGX Esports, WMG desperately need this win.
Zone, look at Zone. Zone is actually away from 2 teams, and that, you know, one individual lad. If we talk about Munsif, he is away from the circle. He has to make his way inside the circle. That's going to be a really tricky affair because it's just 18 seconds. But a good grenade comes from Rollin, takes down Reaper, and now the team's moving up forward. That's a good thing. That can give Munsif actual time to just move inside the circle from the back end side. But look at this. Every fight is happening onto this area. And as we just saw, K49 gets eliminated out of this game. Now we are down to 3 teams.
Yeah, and MPGX, they are really confident in their skills. They want to secure this chicken dinner for themselves. 12 kills already coming in their hands. WMG, the player right in front of them, Wiz, is waiting for the right opportunity. He knows where Harry exactly is. Another nade being cooked, and this one, if it hits its mark, just like it did right now, he can convert it into kill. But no, he gets shot at from Sengi from a different direction, and Wiz, he got taken down for overcommitting. He got baited out by Harry.
Now I want to see what Munsif does. He's still outside the circle. Zone's coming up to him. He got to go for a backstab against Harry, and he can do that. But well, Sengi's onto the back end side as well. Now this is going to be a 2v1 situation. Grenades coming onto the direction of Sengi, and now it's Harry's turn. Can he or can he not take these players down? But Munsif, why is he outside the circle? He could have actually moved inside the circle and could have taken the fight, but still he's here. He does not have anything, or does he? I mean, that's one of the most important things. He might as well just take one player down with him, but still it seems like Circle's going to get the best out of this one individual lad. But on to the other side, look at this. This is something that goes down. Harry's the last one surviving. 1 versus 2 situation. Pops up a first hit, but the zone has some other story to read and write. The game goes down. And with that, Circle gets the best out of WMG.
Yeah, Munsif gifted the chicken dinner to the other team, to MPGX. I mean, he did so much damage to Harry. He did actually a tick of damage to Harry, and that in turn delayed the heal coming in. MPGX Esports, I mean, kudos to them. They held their ground against WMG. And this was a game that WMG, they were desperate to get the chicken dinner in.
I'm enjoying these matches the way they are going.
Yeah.
Talk about it. You never thought someone from outside the circle will actually break the game for you and will give the chicken dinner. Obviously, the other team was also looking really promising though. But this just happened. Everything just got snapped out.
He shot 1 bullet and changed the course of history.
Wow, incredible. I mean, just think about it.
Yeah.
Every team would be like, yeah, I spot them, I see them, I can take up the fight. No, there's someone behind me, and the game goes down.
Exactly, the backstab. Got to worry about the backstab as well. But now, I mean, we are going to move forward and have a look at the MVP of this match and see who is going to be that one individual who got a lot of kills, who got a lot of points for the team. Who do you think it is going to be? MPGX Esports?
I think so. Probably. We'll obviously see that for sure right now.
All right, let's have a look at the MVP of this match, ladies and gentlemen. And it is going to be, Drawlin, the man with the mad driving skills.
So now the thing about this individual lad is, look at this, just 2 kills with them. So not like a high kill performance, but the thing is 3 assists. Does also do a good thing in damage and survival time are those 2 things that kind of, just change everything. Yeah,
it was really crucial to the performance of his team and did put up good numbers though. Did put up good numbers, and especially, I mean, one of those kills came in from, did they secure the kill, the man he drove over?
I mean,
I hope they did.
He did take him down though, but
It was an incredible moment because he was being shotted by the entire team.
1 HP, 1 HP.
And he made it out with 1 HP. But let's have a look at the top players of this match, ladies and gentlemen. Here they are.
Well, Drawlin was just out there, Wiz as well. Brad from WMG and Munsif had to be Munsif had to be here. Just look at this lad. 4 kills, 587 damage, survival time 2454. And let's talk about Brad. Well, 5 kills coming from this individual lad. That's impressive. So all these players were amazing today.
Yeah, amazing performances being put up by the lads, not just in this match, but I mean throughout the day as well, because there were these players who were constantly performing really well, and it is going to be incredible to see how things change when the groups are going to be matched up against each other, like A versus C happening, A versus D happening, all the good stuff in the next couple of days. But for now, let us move forward and have a look at the match summary for this game.
Well, if we're just talking about the match summary, you can see 4 assists from Carnage, Spider, 14,000 plus meters distance travel, but well, 300, almost 300 by Zesty. That's the longest kill. That's impressive.
That is definitely going to be an impressive number that he has put up on this chart right here in front of us. And let's move forward and have a look at the standings straight away for this game and see how many points did the teams actually collect. So MPGX Esports with the chicken dinner, 29 points coming their way.
Alright, well that is really good. WMG with 10 kills for themselves, double digits end out here in the kill department. But well, OPMF OPEX did get 6 for themselves, K4 9 also. Talk about Extra Esports, 5 kills for them obviously, but just 1 placement point, something that was a bit of a heartbreak thing for the team. Obviously they would have done better and they were ready for it. Team Bear got 7 from this one. But talk about Max Legends. They got nothing in this game. The team with 2 chicken dinners gets nothing.
Yeah, and that is going to be quite upsetting for them because we were definitely expecting them to sit on the first position.
Yeah, did it good right off the bat.
So it's a good balance, right? You get 2 chicken dinners and the next 2 games you sort of
so
don't get enough points.
It's not obviously a good thing though, but yeah, I mean you can say that those points did compensate for the this game.
I think things are going to be balanced, but if you make it into the top 2 with just 2 games, into the top 3, I'm sorry, with just 2 games, I think this team definitely has a lot of potential.
Exactly.
But let us have a look at the Oppo moments of this match, ladies and gentlemen, and here they are in front of us.
Yeah, we're just talking about the Oppo moments. Some of them were really good. I mean, the fights did start off really slow, but once this was the moment that Drawlin did. Look at them. Takes down 1 player and then obviously just rushes away with 1 HP. And now Bear Prince, obviously he did go for a good finish onto the opponents, and this was also a fight with Cocktail, but he did take down 1, but then he also went down a few seconds later. When talking about Mexes, this wipe was impressive. Takes down 1, goes for reload, spots another one and takes that guy with the Scar L onto the other side. This is where Munsif was the last one surviving, and he survived really long.
Yeah, and exactly knew where his opponent was. And talking about Munsif just surviving, he picked up some kills for his team as well, and in the end ended up being the man who changed how this game ended. He was so crucial. This one moment, I mean, it could have backfired so badly for the team of MPGX had Munsif not been there on the back lines. I mean, WMG, they potentially could have just taken this chicken dinner away because...
I mean, think about it. He had a smoke out there. He could have actually gone forward. Could have put up a first hit there.
Yeah, but in the heat of the battle,
you want the cover, obviously. That's the thing.
You definitely don't. Sometimes you don't see all the possibilities that are available. But ladies and gentlemen, after the matches today, let's have a look at the overall rankings that are going to be in front of us right about now and see have things changed even a little. Well, sort of. MPGX, they make it with their 2 chicken dinners. They make it on the 3rd position now. 54 points. They tie things up with Max Legends.
Now tension comes on for Markpen and C-Line, because tomorrow obviously these, it's going to be A versus C or B versus, like, tomorrow it's going to change in every way. So teams will have to look forward that what different can they do. Plus, the best part, only 2 teams get to make their way.
Yeah, definitely. Only 2 teams will be moving forward from here to the PMPL South Asia Season 3. And it is going to be really intense now that the battle sort of has picked up its pace after all the teams that we have had in this tournament have played 4 matches. But, I mean, talking about some of the teams in the lower half of the standings, trouble is going to start from this point onwards, from the next part of the standings, I mean, up until 9 to 16, you still have an opportunity to climb up in the standings. You have one good day, you have sort of a performance just like Max Legends or MPGX Esports, you can put yourself in the top 2. But this is where you're going to have to be a little bit more consistent. You have 5 more matches to go, 5 more days to go. 4 more days to go. 4 more days to go, and you have to make sure that every single game it counts.
Exactly, it should count just out there. But well, if it's talking about all the other teams, well, any Team Destiny, now they are still down to just 3 points. They obviously will have to come back stronger.
Yeah.
NRC as well, 4K Mad as well, and Savage Esports. Like, these are the teams with just single-digit points overall for themselves after their 4 games respectively. So they will have to somehow just change the pace and will have to just, you know, go for a miracle.
Yeah, they will definitely have to go for a miracle, because that is the only thing that can save them. Or, I mean, imagine a day they get 3 chicken dinners.
If that happens, obviously
that can be an amazing comeback story.
If that happens, that'll be incredible.
Yeah, it is going to be incredible indeed. But what do you guys think? Is that going to be a possibility? A team coming with back-to-back chicken dinners? And I think if they manage to do that in the next day they show up, then it would be a little bit better, because that way, even if they mess up, they can still have a lot more opportunity to come back.
I mean, they can still make it. If not anything, they can then try and fight for the prize pool if something like that does.
Exactly. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with our day today. We're going to see you guys tomorrow again. Until then, take care. Good night. Have an awesome evening.